It's a great day to be alive on this Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside our Packer backer and Packer owner, Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
What's happening? What's happening? It's a good day for a Turn-Up Tuesday, right?
Well, when are you actually going to submit a request to our IT department to fix that microphone?
I thought they fixed it. I thought they did. Then Chewy came back, put his big-ass paws on it and broke it again. Man.
I wouldn't be shocked. Actually, he probably incidentally broke it because he has so much strength because he's a meathead where it's like, grabbed it,
No,
break.
that's exactly what happened. That was all loosey-goosey again.
Our fit guy of our program, Brad Nortman, showing off the guns today with that sleeveless hoodie.
I love me a good sleeveless hoodie. I don't know what it is. I need to get more of these.
Sleeved
Oh,
hoodie.
yeah, not fully sleeveless. I do have
Short
a sleeveless
sleeve
hoodie, though, that I work out in. I feel awesome doing it.
It was free?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Jacksonville
free.
Jaguars
It's free.
football branded.
Yeah.
Are you going to give us anything?
Yeah.
What do you want? You guys aren't Jags or Panthers fans.
He hesitated. I have Jaguar stuff. I have a Jaguar backpack.
It's Jaguar.
Jaguar.
You ain't getting Jaguars.
Why do you have a Jaguar backpack?
Because my friend went to the Combine, and they give out free stuff to you guys, I guess, at the
they do.
Combine.
They
And
do.
so he gave me the backpack. He didn't play for the Jaguars. Jaguar.
But you guys don't like the Panthers or Jaguars.
I don't mind
What's
the
to
Jags.
like?
No, I like the colors.
What's
too
to
soon,
like,
Ben.
Brad? The teams are trash.
No, they're no threat to the Packers at least.
The color scheme and logo for both teams are appreciated.
Brad,
I would
how
take
many-
some
they are
stuff.
pretty bad.
How many
though.
game-worn jerseys do you own?
Probably own.
All right, rough
15 or
estimate.
Damn,
guy.
15? What you doing with 15 jerseys?
Can you part with 3 of them?
Yeah.
For a price?
Oh,
Are
man.
you kidding
Come
me?
No, I paid for those.
How much?
I need to be reimbursed.
How much of a price are we talking?
I think I paid $250 for them.
Come
So
Brad,
it starts
250,
there.
250.
And they're not
It
making,
starts
they're,
there?
they're not making any more of
if,
these.
if I was to give you $250 for a game-worn Panthers jersey,
It's depreciated in
you,
value,
you
by
would,
the
you
way.
would sign it for free, right?
Everything's negotiable, Strofe.
Oh
This
my
guy,
God. This diva.
this guy
He
sucks.
I would sign.
Dude, I thought the biggest diva today was going to be Aaron Rodgers. Turns out to be Brad Nortman.
Hey, there's demand for it. I might as well enlist as much as I can.
Brad, there's
Is
no
there
demand
though?
for it.
Is there though?
There's a demand in the studio.
I think I can go online and find
There ain't
that
no
for a
demand
less
for me,
price.
I'll tell you that much.
Strofe, I would sign it for free. Well, I wouldn't give it to you for free, but I'd sign it for free.
Would you do an
not
inscription for free?
buy a jersey from him, Strofe.
Honestly, I wouldn't buy it from y'all, but if you both donated your college basketball jersey, because nobody wants that Lithuanian jersey, and then your NFL jersey, I would actually hang it up next to my high school football jersey in my basement.
Wait. Hold on a minute. No. Pause. What did you just say is hanging in your basement?
Well, I have a high school football jersey. I don't have it hanging up quite yet.
Then why'd you say it like that?
Because I would hang up our jerseys. It'd be Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, the K in front, of course. That's what it would be.
Do you think your high school football jersey is worth being
Hanging?
hung
Ooh.
up in a basement?
That's true,
In the
Kyle.
Wallace
I
household,
mean, I'll tell you what,
it
it's
is.
very clean. It doesn't have a lot of grass stains. He sat on the sideline with it.
That is correct. My senior year, I did do a lot of standing on the sideline with
Ron
very
in the
clean,
Key says,
pristine.
I'll tell you what, I'd take Ben's Summer League Bucks jersey in a heartbeat over both of your football jerseys.
Ooh, that's a good one.
How many of those do you have?
That is
I
actually
got
pretty
about
cool.
5 of them.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it- is
do
it
that.
the
How
green?
much would that cost me?
I could, like, if you, like, really wanted it, I could give you one. But why would you want it?
I want one.
I've been thinking about making a shrine. I want to
Where?
get.
You
Shrine.
don't own a
Where?
home.
Where you gonna put it up in somebody else's house?
Well, no. Once I move here shortly, I plan on having an office / second bedroom, right? So I would love to hang a Brad Nortman signed jersey, a Ben Brust signed jersey, maybe like our buddy Chris Orr, who you referenced yesterday, Brad. Now the linebackers coach at Jackson State.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe a Tauscher jersey.
Wow.
Like I would like to get a little. I feel like I
An
could make a
ESPN
pretty
Wisconsin
sick
Hall of
shrine.
Fame.
Bulaga.
Yeah, blog would be a good one.
Do you want a replica
I
of
have
our
a
WBA
hunch.
Best Award-winning show?
I have a hunch
Yeah.
that Brian Balaga would not charge you $250.
No, he wouldn't.
Because he's not Brad Nortman. He's not as frugal.
He might charge me, but not $250.
I don't think he would.
No,
I wonder how many he has. I wonder if he got one from every year.
Okay, so we will have Brian on Thursday. Remind me to ask him if he will give me a jersey.
Stevie does chime in with an interesting point here. Maybe if Kyle would actually refer to Brad as his friend, the price would be lower.
Strofe absolutely admires Brad, and he was going to charge him
Strofe
for
and I
damn
are friends.
signature. Yeah, but you were going to charge him
You're
full
certainly
price.
acting like it.
Yeah, full price for a jersey. And then
I'm just
also,
being made whole.
This is a one-sided relationship.
You're being made whole, Brad. You don't
I'm
need
being made
250.
whole.
You don't need 250, buddy. You don't.
You know
good.
who's the
It's the
king of
principle.
one-sided relationships?
Who is that?
Aaron Rodgers.
Nice.
The New York Jets did fire Robert Salah, their head coach, today. You read between the lines, Woody Johnson is the guy who pulled the trigger, but if we think that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any influence on that, you're outside of your mind. But I want to know this, because this could go a million different directions from ourselves on the show, Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Chime in. I want to know, we can put up a poll, and I'm curious to see what the responses are, because I think people are going to love to rip Aaron here. How would you describe Aaron Rodgers as an ex? Is he the friendly and appreciate the time ex? Do you still keep tabs on this ex? Is he out of sight, out of mind? Or was he a good, but it was toxic for too long? And if you want to add anything else, if you have a personal experience that ties into Aaron Rodgers and your relationship, because one of the things that Alex Strofe and Josh DiMaggio and all the people that and Kyle Wallace's, they're spoiled Packer fans because all they know is greatness. But what they do know is the only relationship outside of their parents that's longer than that is Aaron Rodgers as the Green Bay Packers quarterback. 800-990-3776. How would you describe Aaron Rodgers as an ex?
Boy, well, when you think about the person as an ex, you got to think about what the relationship was right? There's no doubt about it. Aaron Rodgers, rich, smoke show, right? We've all had a girlfriend like that, or maybe we do in our dreams, where it's, I know Alexi certainly is. You have a girlfriend that she's rich, she's a smoke show, but everyone is jealous, but you're miserable, right? You're like, I should be happier because on paper, this is seemingly perfect. But honestly, when you start to think about it, you wonder why. I mean, you go on trips with them, but they bail on you. They gaslight you, thinking that you're the problem. Oh, I was waiting for that drop for Strofe. Okay. Maybe I'm the problem.
He set you up before the show.
Because everybody thought, well, maybe it's the Green Bay Packers that's the problem. Aaron Rodgers is perfect. You should just be happy with them. But no, we learned that they're gaslighting you, thinking that you're the one that has the problem. And honestly, when you start to look at it, that you figure out that there's a level of crazy they just can't stomach anymore. And you wonder, maybe I'll be happier when all that chaos leaves my life. That's exactly what happened. Now your life is calm. You're healthy. You're happy. You're in a stable relationship. And you know what, though? There's still a level of curiosity because you did have some good times together and there were some moments that were special and there's just a level of curiosity. So there's a little bit of like checking in on them, right? They come up on Instagram, they come up on Facebook and you're just curious.
Well, yeah, all they care about is seeing themselves everywhere.
But I was going to say, but you see the relationship status always changing. It's complicated. I'm single, married, engaged. It's always complicated. And they put up crazy posts like trying to get you into crypto or essential oils or conspiracy theories on UFOs. And honestly, at this point, you just sit back, you smile, you eat your popcorn, and you're just entertained. Because you look at it and say, you know what? My life is calm and peaceful today. I'm just going to sit back and watch the world burn.
Wow, mine is eerily similar to Brad Nortman's, if I may, Kyle.
Go right ahead.
I mean, mine is not as long as Brad's, and he covered a lot of it here. But you dated because things were so good. And like it starts good, right? There's the honeymoon phase of being with someone who's so beautiful, aka talent, right? And you have the perfect relationship on social media externally, which is indeed in this scenario on the field, right? Tons of touchdowns, big moments, but behind closed doors. Everyone is telling you as you get further and further down this relationship that you need to cut bait. You will be better off once you get rid of the toxicity of this said girlfriend ex in this scenario, Aaron Rodgers. And once you finally break it off, aka trade the man, your life of happiness begins in finding your true love.
Yeah, you got,
Jordan.
Yeah,
Love.
I mean these are some interesting exes. And I'm not saying this is real life experience. I'm just telling you this right now. I don't know if this is what I've
Big
actually been through or
qualifier.
not. Yeah.
Big qualifier for Kyle.
I personally,
card been keyed. So
I ain't did nobody that's crazy. But Aaron Rodgers, to me, Aaron Rodgers is that manipulator, right? We all know somebody or know of somebody who's being manipulated or as the manipulator potentially, right? And in this scenario, Aaron Rodgers is the manipulator, and he's the manipulator in a way he just tried to throw you off on different things, right? Like, I don't think about a crazy ex or somebody in the past. The person who legitimately will tell you, hey, no, you didn't see me in somebody else's Snapchat, or hey, you didn't see me walking down the street, or hey, when you check my location, that wasn't me. You're tripping. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. You're making that up. They make you think you're crazy, and then all of a sudden you start, your dreads start falling, your hair starts falling out. You go crazy.
Dreads are falling out.
And you absolutely go crazy saying, wait a minute, I know this isn't true. And then they do other things to try to manipulate you, right? They just try to pull at your heartstrings a little bit sometimes. And this is what Aaron Rodgers is. And what Aaron Rodgers does, just like these crazy exes, when they manipulate you, they try to put the blame on you. When you catch them in a lie, when they mess up, they don't take accountability for it. What they say is, oh, Goody did a bad job putting guys around me. Oh, we have terrible wide receivers. Oh, Matt LaFleur doesn't know what he's doing calling plays. Oh, Mike McCarthy, you suck. You put it on everybody else, and never once do you say, maybe I'm the one who threw the interceptions against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or maybe I'm the one that couldn't score any points against the San Francisco 49ers, even though my defense only allowed one touchdown that game, and then special teams, messed up as well. But you couldn't do anything. So this is the manipulator that he is. He is the person that makes you believe. He makes you believe it's your fault. He makes you believe what you think you saw. You saw him at the club? No, that wasn't him. That was a different Aaron Rodgers. That wasn't me that was going to the club in somebody else's story. But then the worst thing about it, that ex like Aaron Rodgers is, when you break up with the ex, right, time heals all. So after a while, Aaron Rodgers is gone, your ex is gone, and you kind of start healing, right? You start healing, and when you start healing, you see certain things like, you'll see a post of them. You're like, oh, I remember that. And then randomly one day they might hit your DMs. This happened a very long time ago for baby girl that's listening. This happened over a decade ago. Some girl who I used to talk to, just slid into my DM saying, hey, I miss you, Mr. Swagger. That happened a long time ago.
Mr. Swagger.
That happened in 2011, 2012. Cool. That wasn't me. That's what current. It's a long time ago. But what I'm saying is,
0% chance this girl called you Mr. Swagger.
If I can get to my Facebook chat, I will find a Facebook message where this girl messaged me and said, I miss you, Mr. Swagger, or Swagger. So it's just he called me Swagger. I don't know. She's trying to
Hey,
your boy has some gas, you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
But my whole point is this, is that when you're trying to get over them, they pop back in your life. They may send you a message. They may like a
cryptic
story. Yeah, they might like your story, like a photo. They may do some of these things that make you think they're not too crazy. And then next thing you know, you're watching their current ex go crazy pulling their hair out saying, I don't know why he went to Egypt in the middle of training camp. I have no idea. Or mini camp or whatever it is. Or, when you're on the sideline after you score a touchdown, he sits there and you try to get hype with him and he gets, get your dirty paws off me. You don't know what's going on. All you know overall is that ex, like Aaron Rodgers, is a manipulator, somebody who cannot be trusted. And when you move on from him, when you finally see the light, dang it, I'm so happy I'm past this, and that's how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. I am so happy and relieved that I no longer have to deal with the drama that is Aaron Rodgers. Can you believe this football team thought that Aaron Rodgers was going to be their savior? All last year, I think they got the 8 or 9 wins. They said, wait till we get Aaron back. Wait till we get Aaron back. And then they can't even beat the Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold led Minnesota Vikings.
Well, I was going to say, neither can the Packers.
We didn't, but hey, we don't have Aaron Rodgers, the great Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers is that manipulating girlfriend that I am so glad.
The icing on the cake is it was Mike Williams' fault that he didn't catch the pass and it was intercepted.
It's always,
remember?
It's somebody else's fault.
It's always the receiver's fault.
It's always somebody else's fault.
I feel like that was really good for Kyle
Really
Wallace.
good.
I feel like you've been holding that in for way too long.
No, I'm actually blessed. I haven't had too many women like that.
Too many.
I've had some crazies.
Ron chimes in. You better be able to show those receipts because your lady's going to request viewing them tonight, Kyle. That date better say 2011.
I'm going to find it. I remember way back in the day.
Joining us next is the utmost hater of Aaron Rodgers, the guy that despises him more than anybody in the world. And I truly believe that in my soul. His name is Josh DiMaggio. He's the producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings at 94.5 ESPN. He's going to join, and he's going to dance all over Aaron Rodgers next
A way to play at the next level once he graduates. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Michael Farr.
Football season is off and running. Don't miss out on the exciting game day experience this season in Green Bay. Ticket King is the place for green and gold tickets. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Experience Green Bay football this season by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Reach out now for available tickets to Sunday's game against Arizona. Follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram. The place to get tickets is theticketking.com.
So what's better than a Packers win? Celebrating a Packers win behind the wheel of a newly redesigned 2024 Chevy Traverse C71. Yeah, that's better. And right now at Quick Trip, for every dollar you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Packers Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Chevy Traverse C71. Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Green Bay Packers. See quicktrip.com/fanzone for details.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace. Right now at Universal Windows Direct, get 0% financing for 60 months, restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I will say, people that know me, I'm fortunate to live in a beautiful house. The only downside is I have very limited cell service. So if you want to get a hold of me, I have to see your face. You got to FaceTime me.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
I think we can all understand, Green Bay isn't, a huge vacation destination. People are coming here to play with me.
Josh Jacobs reportedly signing to the Green Bay Packers. Xavier McKinney.
McKinney and Jacobs. I'm just pinching myself a lot of days. I can't believe, it's real sometimes. So it's been a dream for sure.
I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing.
Robert Salah, the Jets head coach, has been fired.
It's our own version of Aaron Rodgers Tuesday here on Kyle Brust and Nortman, because the utmost hater of Aaron Rodgers is joining the program. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Alex Strofe mixed that up. He's running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. What is in Josh DiMaggio's mouth, the producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy? Is this a victory cigar?
Yeah, of course it's a victory cigar. I had to run to the convenience
Thought that
store.
was something else, my man.
Let your imagination take you where it will.
It took me back to 2008, 2009 with my friends riding around the Volvo. What are y'all doing back there?
You gonna light this?
You can't light it, Joshy. You can't light that. Stop. When did I become the police? All right. You heard the intro to Aaron Rodgers and what ultimately led to the departure as Josh DiMaggio now places the cigar in his ear like Mr. Cool. You hate Aaron Rodgers.
I contend today, October 8th at 2:22 p.m., I am the most vindicated person in the history of ESPN Wisconsin. No one has been more right about a person, about a team, about anyone in the history of ever. Ben, you remember back in the day.
History of ever.
You remember back in the day when I spent what was the large part of an entire NFL offseason and then season telling you how much Aaron Rodgers was an infection. He was the problem. He didn't have it anymore, and the Packers would be better to move on without him. And here
I don't
we
recall
sit.
that.
It's convenient for you, Mr. Aaron Rodgers jersey. Have you played that yet? Have we addressed that here on this program yet today? I don't care about you. Let's get away
this
from
is
that.
This is Josh's moment.
When Aaron Rodgers did what he did to the Green Bay Packers, when he demanded to have his friends join him around him, and everybody catered to him every single step of the way, we all thought, this is the guy. He's right. He has a good idea. And then you watched his behavior. There was the ayahuasca trips, the Panchakarma cleanses.
Panchakarma gets left in the dust for some reason.
Does.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's a whole long thing. He did
If you like to throw up, you do that a lot.
You throw up and you poop a lot.
Oh, wow. I just did
Very
that on my own.
strange.
It's number 2.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't care about football the way it's necessary to care about football any longer. He hasn't for a long time. It is no longer the key priority in his life. And now he's 40 years old, going on 41. Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets to get everything he wanted. He thought he deserved treatment like Tom Brady, despite never being able to lick the dirt off of Tom Brady's cleats. He has never proven to be the type of guy to elevate his team above what they already are. Aaron Rodgers can take you so far, but he needs a good defense. How many times a Packer fan said, what about the defense? What about the defense? Well, it seems like Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes it doesn't matter. They elevate their team. They bring everyone around him. Aaron Rodgers spent years. He spent the entire offseason talking about how great things are. He brought in Alan Lazard, who was a healthy and active when he wasn't able to play. Brought in Nathaniel Hackett, and now they have one of the worst offenses in the league. And now he got his head coach fired. And don't let Woody Johnson, or what Aaron Rodgers I'm sure is going to say when it comes tomorrow in his Pat McAfee show. It's funny he dodged the smoke today. Had to let it settle over. Maybe they
He's
can
scared of the smoke from your cigar in your ear.
Maybe they can get the Devontae Adams trade to happen, so that's kind of pushed in the background, and I'm sure Pat McAfee would be happy to let him slide on that. When it comes to Aaron Rodgers, he's going to push this any which way, but he picked the Jets, and he failed. He failed to a degree that is impossible.
He's preaching. The man.
I mean, he hasn't said anything inaccurate.
Well. I'm here for a little conversation with Mr. Josh DiMaggio here. The Jets are 2-3. This season is not over, Josh. I know that
dead.
You may feel that they are dead, but they have a defense that will keep them in games. And if he's able to reunite somehow with Devontae Adams, how could you rule out the possibility that they win football games? Okay.
Tell them we've seen it before. They could win games.
What is Devontae Adams going to do?
But no, he ain't going to win you a championship, tell you that. He ain't win no Super Bowl
He's going to get you at
rings.
9-8, and you're going to get knocked out in the first round, get your doors blown off. The key to beating Aaron Rodgers is easy. The Minnesota Vikings showed you it. Just blitz him. He can't move. He's washed. He's still got an arm. There's still some Aaron Rodgers left in him, but he hasn't been the guy you need to be. He hasn't been an MVP in a while.
It's just interesting to see you do this dance while the season's not even over.
I've never been. How many interim head coaches? Strophy, can you look something up for me? How many interim head coaches have won Super Bowls? If it's anything more than 1 or 2, I'd be shocked. I have a feeling the number is actually 0. Because when your team's in such disarray that you're firing your head coach at 2 and 3 because Woody Johnson's so embarrassed and Aaron Rodgers is so mad he's pushing him away, this team's not going to be able to fix this. Nobody trusts Aaron Rodgers on that roster anymore.
Josh DiMaggio, the utmost Aaron Rodgers hater, is joining Kyle Brust and Nortman right now across ESPN Wisconsin.
The reports are that Aaron Rodgers didn't know and had no say in this. Do you buy that?
No. Did you see after he said that Aaron Rodgers had no input, he said, well, I did talk to Aaron Rodgers on Monday, but the decision that came out at 9 this morning had nothing to do with me talking to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers needs the cover. He needs the plausible deniability. I will give him credit for one thing.
The manipulation?
He was smart enough to say, don't make Nathaniel Hackett the interim head coach. You have to make it Jeff Ulbrich. Because if Nathaniel Hackett is, they're going to know this was my decision. He gave himself enough deniability to say, I need to work in the background here a little bit.
Now, why wouldn't you want to be close with Aaron Rodgers? Like, wouldn't you love to be Alan Lazard?
He takes care of his
Nathaniel Hackett.
He takes care of his guys.
Wait a minute. Do we not remember watching the show on HBO, Hard Knocks, last year, and Robert Salah trying to be close with Aaron Rodgers? Oh, Aaron, you're so tasty. I love you.
Do you remember? They fawned over him.
They did. They did.
They said they've never seen a quarterback throw a football like him.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my gosh.
Like he was
amazing.
like he had like pixie dust he sprinkled on the ball before he threw it over to Garrett Wilson.
I feel like this is the relationship where somebody fawns over someone too much, and that person can't respect you.
Right. No.
Because
That's
like, it's
exactly
too
what
much.
it is.
It's too much compliments.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers doesn't respect anyone. It's the second head coach he's gotten fired. The only person he respects is himself. And what he's having a real trouble with is he knows his abilities are declining, so now it's time to throw swords out and try and save what little football life he has left. Remember when he took a pay cut so they could sign all the good players? Who are they? Who are the good players that came with him? Remember Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, I remember.
Strophy played it. People are coming to Green Bay to play with me. No, the hell they aren't.
Well, there's a split KBN Nation right now. Austin chimes in. Josh DiMaggio is a bigger clown than Aaron Rodgers. Sheesh. Matthew chimes in. Did Josh just come on here to gloat? Precisely, Matthew.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, he was preaching facts. This is all truth. If it wasn't true, I would debate
You're a
you.
sheep.
I'm not a sheep. He said everything that's factual. Everything. And the thing that is most disappointing about this is that we just talked about the fact that Robert Salah literally was fawning over Aaron Rodgers. And as soon as Robert Salah said something negative or went in a certain direction he did not like when he went to Egypt, he went to Egypt during the offseason instead of being at practice. That's when he turned on Robert Salah. That's exactly what happened. He got the man fired. We can't deny this. Aaron Rodgers is the absolute problem. Josh is absolutely right. Aaron Rodgers is He's done. Nothing else is going to come of his career but retirement.
I do have to express some sort of sympathy towards Jets fans. They thought he was going to be their savior.
Oh, here we
and
go.
And all they got was more sadness and more patheticness and more lost in the wind, just blowing
Do you
to
appreciate
nowhere.
what he did with the Packers at all?
Yeah, I appreciate the Super Bowl he won. I don't really care about his MVPs. Those are personal accomplishments. He was a great quarterback here. And then he became the egomaniac, full of himself, never did anything wrong guy, who was a large reason why the Packers weren't able to achieve more than they did.
When do you think
Does Aaron Rodgers live rent-free in Josh DiMaggio's head?
Yes.
You could call it rent-free or whatever, but this is my job. I'm here to talk about this. This is Aaron Rodgers.
This is my job. I'm here to talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Am I wrong? Is it not good for content, or should we be like you and just be like,
I don't know. That's
Why are you pointing at me? What did I
you're
do?
the one saying it.
Hey, that Swisher got you preaching, boy. I might need to put a Swisher in my ear like
what
you.
did they say? I'm smoking that Aaron Rodgers pack today.
Yeah, you smoking that. Yeah, you smoking Aaron Rodgers pack today. You smoking that boy.
Go, Josh, go from John in the 414. Joshy just drooling about the New York Jets news. That's Mike in the 414. Haters and lovers, Joshy. You got them right now. Haters and lovers.
I want more haters, I'm going to be honest. More
you've
people
got,
out
you've
there.
got more on Twitter. Cody chimes in. This is the worst segment ever by Joshy. Horrible point regarding the defenses Brady and Mahomes had, and Rodgers not elevating his teammates.
He's being mean about my Packers.
Just a weird victory lap. From Cody
It's such a weird victory lap. Like the moment, this feels like the happiest day of your life.
It's damn near close.
It's got to be top 4.
That's
right?
sick.
Yeah, it's top 5. As I said,
You're
to begin
you're
with,
sick.
Nobody in the history of the ESPN Wisconsin Airways has been more vindicated than me.
It does.
The amount I had to listen to people tell me, careful what you wish for, Brad. Careful of what?
It does feel like for the longest time there was a be careful what you wish for and like a Rodgers defense.
Yes.
Right? Where like it was everyone's fault but Rodgers.
Yes.
And now it's seemingly going completely the opposite.
Ready for a new nugget?
Yeah.
Per the NFL on CBS, ousted Jets head coach Robert Salah was considering firing OC Nathaniel Hackett before himself was fired Tuesday morning.
That can't be real.
You're kidding.
Complete meltdown.
That can't be real.
That is unbelievable.
So Woody Johnson.
I do love a good Joshy cackle.
Wait.
Oh, he got the cigar in the mouth.
Come on. Do you think Woody Johnson ran it past Aaron Rodgers and said, hey, like the offense is anemic. We may need to move on from Nathaniel.
He said Mike Cadence was bad.
He said Nathaniel. You think he the problem? You see what that defense is doing over there?
For the sheer idea of firing Hackett, he's gone. Fire him.
Who
Fire
came
the
up with
head
this
coach.
idea? Who told you to tell me this, Woody? It was Robert. Robert, fire his ass too. Nathaniel stays.
Aaron in Fredonia chimes in. I think Josh and I could be best friends ever.
It's just such a good day to be me today. It's unbelievable.
Can you get that damn cigar out of your mouth if you're going to talk?
Everything's coming up Joshy today, and that's just simply it.
All right, that's enough out of this guy. Josh DiMaggio. No, I ain't clapping for his ass.
I
ain't clapping for his ass.
Beautiful performance.
You can laugh at me too.
Wait a minute. Justin, the lasting memory of Scalzo and Brust is Ben Brust being an idiot wearing an Aaron Rodgers jersey. And
that's the lasting memory.
Still embarrasses me to this day.
Yeah, and you taking shots at Aaron.
You defended me that day, and now that you're on the other side of not being on Scalzo and Brust, you fraud. You traded on me.
You weren't.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he saw it as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel. I've spent a while telling you about Mentality because it works. Not just for me, though. Take it from fellow Mentality user Jason. He's got a new lease on life thanks to Mentality.
Process was easy. It really, truly was. And the individuals that work at Mentality, very helpful, very respectful. It was an easy out. You go in a week after, they give you the results right away. And once you find that you're able to do it, just that thought, the energy already picked up a little bit. Most of it could have been mentally wise, but knowing that, hey, I get to start this, it was incredible.
Learn more today at lowtusa.com.
What can you do in about an hour? You could take a nap, do some cleaning, have lunch with a friend, watch your favorite show, take a yoga class, go to the gym, or buy a car. At Ewald Automotive, you'll be in and out in about an hour. Go to ewaldauto.com, select the vehicle you're interested in, and get your instant price. Get a firm trade-in offer, customize your payment option, and even add your own protection plans. Then head to the dealership, and you'll be in and out in about an hour.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
Whoa!
holiday shopping snuck up on us again, but Fleet Farm's Toyland will be ready to go. We're stocked up on the latest Hot Wheels, Melissa and Doug, Barbie, and Lego. Plus, we've got all sorts of tractors, trucks, and other cool stuff from Ertl, Cat, Case IH, and John Deere. Toyland opens October 12th with a free toy combine for the first 125 customers. Ready or not, the season's best deals on everything you need for under the tree are here at Fleet Farm.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
This is Jeff Johnson.
And I'm Jason Johnson.
And together we're part of Johnson & Sons Paving.
Get your parking lot ready now for spring and avoid paying for extra repairs later on.
We'll come out to your property and walk it with you.
Potholes, damaged asphalt, damaged concrete, standing water, you name it. We'll talk to you about your options and fix it.
Plan a budget, set up an overall schedule with Johnson & Sons Paving.
It's all about doing it right the first time. Call us today to schedule a walkthrough and free estimate.
JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
The annual Catholic Memorial High School Open House is October 13th. If your family is interested in becoming part of the CMH tradition, make plans now to attend from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday, October 13th. Register at CatholicMemorial.net. As the only school awarded the Exemplary Award for Academic Excellence by the Archdiocese, find out how your student can achieve more at CMH. Tour the school, meet faculty and coaches, learn about all the clubs and extracurricular activities. Register today at CatholicMemorial.net. Catholic Memorial High School, where you rise.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman after we got rid of the utmost Aaron Rodgers hater, Josh DiMaggio. We welcome in Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher, who shared the field with one Aaron Rodgers, into Kyle Brust and Nortman. Listen to Tauscher every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9 to noon across these very stations. Tausch, did you have the chance to listen to Josh DiMaggio dance all over Aaron Rodgers in the middle of the season?
I did. I was able to catch the first part of it where he was basically taking a victory lap and that he's the greatest Aaron Rodgers hater on ESPN Wisconsin. And no, he's not, by the way. On your former show, Scalzo and Brust, Mark and the guy you guys called the clown.
Yeah, Mark in New Berlin.
Mark in New Berlin. He definitely was a step ahead of Josh, and then Josh kind of jumped on his coattails. That's how I remember.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
They're both going to the wedding, and neither is Strofe.
That is to be determined. We're not going too deep into the wedding list right now with Mark Tauscher. Now, Tauschi, look, how do you feel about Aaron at this point? Like from a personal football, it's just he's such a polarizing figure. Like, do you put Saleh's firing on him? Is this all Aaron's doing? Do you feel like he's the thesis of the problems that happened within the last 2 years of the Packers organization? Like, is this more evidence that he was a problem versus Goody? Where are you on just Aaron as a whole?
Well, I think his time in Green Bay is what it is, and I think on the grand scheme, it was a fantastic era of football. But his last season was not good, and the way it finished, and kind of how he reacted to what he did in Green Bay and then did the opposite when he got to New York, and that tells you a lot about kind of, I think, how he viewed that last season. So I'm not going to denigrate his first, 16 seasons. His last year in Green Bay was a wasted season by all accounts. So as far as the Jets, they brought him in with the hopes that he was going to be an MVP and that he was going to elevate their football team. And, unfortunately for them and for him, he got hurt last year, and he's lost a lot of his mobility. That you watch the game on Sunday morning, you notice that, and he is not playing at that elite MVP level that we'd seen in the past. So the Jets, I think what I took away, and I know Josh, he looked at it from a whole different perspective. I saw this today as Goody. I thought he bludgeoned Joe Douglas and the Jets prior, but for them to take on that full-on contract and to give up picks, Goody absolutely bludgeoned Joe Douglas and the Jets, and there's no doubt at this point Aaron Rodgers, that trade went heavily tilted towards the Green Bay Packers.
Tausch, how would you evaluate Jordan Love so far this season?
I think inconsistent. The fact that he got hurt, I really still, and I know I'm not trying to be an apologist, but that game back against Minnesota, he was going to be rusty. He's been more careless with the football than what I'd like. And last week, there are no do-overs or there's no, any of that. I still have a steadfast belief that he is a fantastic quarterback. And what I really liked about last week, obviously the interception and what happened with that was an utter disaster. But what did he do after that? He was fantastic, and resiliency and bouncing back. That was what I was excited to see.
That's what I love about my quarterback in Jordan Love. But on the defensive side of the ball, how do we solve this Rashawn Gary issue? Like, you played in the NFL, you played tackle in the NFL. What is it that Gary needs to do to solve this problem? Because at this point right now, he's playing like just a regular or rotational guy and not an elite superstar he's supposed to get paid to do.
Yeah, I really think he needs to get back to what he's good at. And what he is really good at when he's been at the peak of his powers, he's strong as a bull. He was bull rushing. I just remember, I know you guys were talking about that San Francisco playoff game, right, where we ended up getting beat, 13-10. Go back and watch that film. Their right tackle had no answers for anything that he was doing. He was physical and bull rushing, and now people are sitting back on that, and you have to have a counter off of that. So I don't know. Obviously, he blew his knee out, and that is a comeback thing that you have to work through. But it's been a year and a half now, and the NFL doesn't wait for anybody. His production needs to get better as we, continue to look at this season. He needs to be better.
Who do you think's happiest today? Rodgers, Goody, LaFleur, or Josh DiMaggio?
Josh, by far, Josh DiMaggio.
Josh DiMaggio's happier than Goody? I mean, Goody and Rodgers hated each other, though.
Here's the deal. Goody has moved on. Goody probably took that. I'm sure. I don't think he's really that. Obviously, you always keep track of how the trades work out and things like that. But I think he's much more, at this point, it's been 2 years. I think he's more looking at it like, all right, we're moving forward. We won this trade. We got this talent. We did this. We were able to offload that contract because if you remember, Goody said when they traded him, it was a good day for the Green Bay Packers that cap money is now and you're going to be done with it. That was a telling quote then. So I don't think he's sitting here like some psychopath, like, oh, my God, we won this, we did this. Do I think he probably feels even a little bit more vindicated about making that move? Yeah, probably. But I guarantee one thing, he's not near as gloaty or as happy as what Joshy D was doing on that segment before.
Talking with Tauscher here on Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
Tausch, how long do you hold out before you turn the heat on in your house?
Oh, what a great question. A long time. I'm a big dude. I run hot, so I want my house as cold as possible. So I don't handle a ton of that. I do not want the furnace on until it absolutely has to. I'm guessing you start getting into that low 40s. That's probably the temperature outside.
Right.
Inside, I'm fine with it being in those low 60s inside the house. I'm more than comfortable. I'm guessing I don't win that battle all that often, but I don't want the house any hotter than 67. That's about
powerful.
As hot as I want the house.
Powerful.
I don't like it that. I just don't like it. I don't like it being. Normal people are going to say 72. I'm not even remotely interested in anything in the 70s. if you have to go up to 67, 68, okay. But I like it being under 67 pretty consistently.
So even in the summertime, you're pumping the AC to get it 67 all the time?
Well, that's not what you asked.
Well, no,
I
I'm
mean,
just saying,
Brad,
like-
you didn't ask me about the summertime.
Okay. No, I hear you.
In summertime, I mean, if it's 100 degrees, then I'm not going to have it down to 60-something. I don't want it sniffing more than 73, 74 inside the house in the summer. Yeah, I'm going to run the AC. Absolutely.
Tauscher, you would die in the Wallace household. I'm telling you, you'd be all upset. You have a poor attitude. Boy.
Where would I die?
In the Wallace household, because I tell baby girl, listen, it's 74 in this house. We good. We fine. It's a little hot. Turn the fan on. Open up a window. You be good.
What does baby girl say to that?
Listen, baby girl got the house she wanted, so that means Kyle keep the bills down. My AC is on 72.
But what if baby girl's like, man, Kyle, I'm not really digging this 75 degrees. I need a little chillier. What does Kyle say to that?
When baby girl had Kyle signed on the dotted line for this house with her, baby girl lost the freedom to be able to complain about that. She gave up. I gave up some money. She gave up some rights. That's what happens. It's give and take, right, Kyle? That's what y'all tell me, right?
Sounds like it's a lot of take.
Yeah, it's a lot of take right now, Kyle.
You're damn right. Taking out my bank account every month, the mortgage.
Okay, well, it seems like you got it figured out. By the way, I heard your segment where you get this deep. You remember that DM? What did the DM call you?
Yeah. It was man. I'm gonna
that was a little too. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a little too quick of a recall by you to remember where that happened.
Tauscher, good
I bet
call.
baby. Let me tell you something. Baby girl is gonna be asking for baby boy to be saying, "What the hell are you talking about? And who is this gal that you're referring to so quickly?" I think that's gonna be a conversation. And my guess is baby girl's going to get the house temp what she wants tonight because of that conversation.
Baby girl is confident in her relationship, and this was decades ago.
A lot of qualifiers
the
right now.
relationship or the DM was decades ago.
I'll say one thing. It was decades ago. Your recall on that one.
Because I'll be full
He was so proud, Tom. He's like, hey, 10 years ago,
it
was Mr. Swagger.
I'm telling you, just full transparency. I never forget. I was talking to another girl, and I was sitting there. I think either she was close to me or something like that. Next thing you know, my phone buzzes, and I look, and it's like, hey, I missed you, Swagger. I said, whoa. We cannot do this.
He smiled.
He was like, Mr. Swagger.
Yeah.
Old T, we appreciate the time. That was great.
See you guys.
That's Mark Tauscher, Packers Hall of Famer. Listen to
How
him.
many times was the term baby girl said in that segment?
The fact that Tauscher was using it back to Kyle was my favorite part.
Totally.
He know her name, baby girl.
Man, I can't. Is she listening? You getting text yet? Have you panic clicked to your phone yet?
I have. Thank
She's holding. I think she's holding out until baby boy walks through the door.
I was gonna say, by the way, if they ever procreate a baby, rules are gonna be changing in that house fast. Kyle's been losing a lot of control.
Yeah, I'm for and if it is true, once they have the baby, they have you trapped, and all of a sudden you just have to give in.
Trapped?
Wow, what a way
You're
to call
referring to that as being trapped?
Kyle, let's just pivot real quick.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a baby girl. What are we going to refer to your fiance or wife or girlfriend at the whatever her title is when that day comes?
Little baby girl?
What are we going to refer to her as?
Little ball and chain. I'm just kidding.
Send this segment to his baby girl.
Baby girl senior, baby girl junior. Or I'm just say somebody who's sucking all the money out of my life.
The old ball and chain.
He went with the old man, joke from like 20 years ago. You're so funny, Kyle. Tell us about Underdog.
Oh, I'm telling y'all, Underdog is so fun to play, and I want you to be able to play it right along with me. I had a great weekend playing Underdog Fantasy Sports, and this is your chance to play Underdog Fantasy Sports as well. You can win real money, and it's so easy, y'all. Check it out. This is what you do. You basically have to download the Underdog Fantasy Sports app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com. You select players from multiple teams, just like higher or lower on those player stats. If your picks hit, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, 1,000 times your money. A couple weeks ago, I put 10 down in order to try to win like $500 I didn't win, but it's okay because I had a lot of fun doing it, and you can do that as well. So again, make sure you go to the easy-to-use mobile app at Underdog Fantasy or go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up using promo code KBN. That is promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That is promo code KBN to claim your new customer special. And remember, must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerns play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Maybe Matt LaFleur deserves more flowers than he's been getting, not even for this season, but for what he dealt with. He was the best man in Robert Salah's wedding. I bet they commiserate over times with Aaron Rodgers pretty soon. Brad has a take on Matt LaFleur. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Taus, thank you for all that baby talk there and parenting talk. I'll take some of those tips.
I was getting ready for it right
now.
Yeah,
taking
notes over there,
I'm taking some of those nips, taking some of those tips, those tips and storing them away. I do like nips as well. But Taus.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. On this show, it's always football season.
And your argument was that the coaches wanted him to return it, and he very clearly said no.
They wanted him to take it to the house.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Play the results, are we?
That's what coaches do sometimes, yeah.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
It's bird bashing season when you swoop into Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to a wicked 50 grand cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card all October for entries. All Bird Bash entries go towards a December 20th giveaway with a monstrous 300 grand in prizes. Bird Bash makes its bewitching return. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at paysbig.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff. We like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated and uncompromising. Like an award-winning men's grooming experience from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime, and before you know it, our talented stylist will bring you back to a simpler time. A time when you were handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Mark Tauscher on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Remember, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, then you don't need it.
Baby girl.
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 We had a baby girl off between Mark Tauscher and Kyle Wallace during Tauscher's appearance on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman last
Baby
segment.
girl.
Baby girl.
Ernie Barn chimes in 800-990-3776. Alex Strofe, I hope you and your woman bought a bed. Kyle's going to need the couch and a place to sleep tonight.
Oh,
you got a face like you got a text.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping on the couch. Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Are you in trouble for real? 800-990-3776. No, I see that face. I know that face. That face is not going to talk about this on the radio.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about either, right? We move on. We're a team here. We all love each other.
We do love each other.
But it does exist at WisconsinOnDemand.com if you want to listen back if you are a fan of KBN Nation. I have to say that, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ernie in a barn, thank you for the text. We move on to Brad Nortman, who wants to give some credit to Matt LaFleur. And, look, hand up, right? Dummy Ben, right? Ben Brust goes to training camp right after Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets, and jokingly, but stupidly, Aaron Rodgers made you, I love you two together, being complete douche. Man, I'm on the wrong side of history here. Ain't no doubt about that, because putting up with Aaron Rodgers is more than a full-time job. For holy mackerel's sake, you got to give some credit to Matt LaFleur here, because Robert Salah and the Jets, as Joshy and Kyle Wallace earlier, Josh DiMaggio, Kyle Wallace were discussing how Aaron Rodgers came to the Jets and they were thinking, oh, we got to 8-9 without Aaron Rodgers. This is going to be great. And they're already at 2-3 firing their head coach. I was an idiot. Matt LaFleur, you deserve more praise.
Well, everything is more clear in retrospect. And one thing is very clear now is Matt LaFleur had a critical role, not only in Aaron Rodgers' success, but the Green Bay Packers' success. Guys, there is this narrative throughout Matt LaFleur's career with the Green Bay Packers that winning those 13 straight games, or 13 literally after 1 year with Aaron Rodgers, Goody went ahead and drafted his replacement in the first round. Can you imagine what that would have taken for Matt LaFleur to keep Aaron Rodgers somewhat pacified?
That's a really good point.
Like, imagine trying to coach
I'm getting
Aaron
anxiety
Rodgers.
thinking about being Matt LaFleur in that situation.
And he was able to harness that and help Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron did a lot, but help Aaron Rodgers get 2 straight MVPs. And then we see him then leave, completely check out the 2022 season, be a wasted season, as Tausch said. And then he goes to New York, and it's a complete collapse. The steady thread, the stable base was Matt LaFleur to help Aaron Rodgers resurrect his career, keep him somewhat stable when they draft his replacement, which he would have burned everything down in any other franchise. And then we can see what he did with this young team. Matt LaFleur deserves more credit than we gave him during that Aaron Rodgers time.
And I think Aaron Rodgers is discovering he's not invincible. He's going to continue to figure out, because you can only point the finger and blame other people so much until you realize those 3 fingers pointing back at you, you need to acknowledge them. And it probably is you, that you ultimately are the problem. And as you said so well, Brad, it was Matt LaFleur. We didn't know in this moment. We didn't know in the time. We just thought Aaron Rodgers had a down season. And when he bounced back for MVP seasons, we were like, oh, there he is. That's how great he is. When in reality, Matt LaFleur has done nothing but show us his true greatness. He resurrected Aaron Rodgers, and then he took Jordan Love, who we were all very concerned about moving on to Jordan Love, and he took Jordan Love to a point where he got paid $55 million. And then the final little cherry on top, what did he do this year? He took a guy in Malik Willis, who we all laughed about, said, what are you doing, Goody? You're trading a 7th-round pick for a castaway from the Tennessee Titans. He took Malik Willis and took Malik Willis back down to Tennessee. He beat the Titans. So I'm just telling y'all this. It was Matt LaFleur the whole time, not Rodgers.
I'll make it even as simple as I can and as clear as I can. If you watch the Jets play offense with Aaron Rodgers, it looks like a version of the Green Bay Packers under Mike McCarthy, where it's like one-on-one, back shoulder, trying to make all these things happen that he could do with Jordy Nelson and James Jones and all those guys, Greg J, all those guys that he had rapport with that he built up over time. And now he's doing it with the Jets, which is so outdated. The way that they're playing offensive football right now is so outdated. It looks stale.
Good word choice.
It looks so 2012 right now. The way that offenses are being successful is not the way that Aaron Rodgers wants to run an offense because he's most comfortable with it. And his inability to accept what could help him is going to be his downfall.
Who would have thought a Matthew Stafford, a Brock Purdy, a Jordan Love would all look better than an Aaron Rodgers like this?
Wild.
Randy in a dump truck, 800-990-3776. Honk that horn, Randy.
Hey. Love it.
Hey, think about this. Aaron Rodgers has got more coaches fired than he's won Super Bowls. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
Wow, that's a stat. That is a stat right there.
Good nugget from Randy.
Wow, good
Why
job,
are y'all
Randy.
clapping for basically the sadness and heartbreak of Packer Nation? Do you realize that means he only got one Super Bowl and got two coaches fired? And one Super Bowl came with the Green Bay Packers, and the non-Super Bowls also came with the Green Bay Packers. I ain't clapping for that.
All right.
For failures.
800-990-3776.
I'll clap for that. Thank you, Strofe. He understands.
It's time for, what's my record?
You are 22-4. You have not been under 500 since the inception of Kyle Brust and Nortman. Whoever plays you today could make history.
Caller 10 and Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 800-990-3776. You could be part of history today, or not, because I'm bringing my A game. You get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass if you don't get through all the questions, and answer those if you still have time left. If you win, you will win a gift card. 800-990-3776. Caller 10. And, like I mentioned, you have a chance to be a part of history if you beat me and put my record under 500 for the first time of Kyle Brust and Nortman. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Next in 2 minutes.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make some money? Have you bet on sports before? That probably did not go great. I can help you make money. Go to fatjacksports.com and get dialed in to turn a profit. The picks are emailed to you. They're on your personal portal on the website, and you can pay less than $50 a week for longer packages to make money betting this football season. Fatjacksports.com, the only place you need to go. 100% transparent, and will turn you profit this season at fatjacksports.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. Hop in or hop online at uwcu.org to join.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. The Badgers may just be back, folks. They steamrolled the Purdue Boilermakers on Saturday with a 52-6 beatdown at Camp Randall Stadium. They led wire-to-wire in large part thanks to Braden Locke and Tretch Kekahuna. Locke was the first Wisconsin quarterback to throw for 300 yards against a Big Ten team since Joel Stave all the way back in 2015, and Kekahuna had 134 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns.
Pella's windows and doors feature durable materials, custom colors, and innovative features like shades between the glass. Get 0% interest for up to 36 months at PellaWI.com.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust on 94.5 ESPN is presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Oh, it's a day full of big moments. Robert Salah getting fired. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, all the chaos there. But one thing that now is going to be to the top of the headline is Ben Brust. And are you smarter than Ben Brust? As Alex Strofe, our producer, said going into last segment, Ben Brust has never had a losing record of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University on KBN. That could change today with Tony in Waukesha. Tony in Waukesha, are you confident that you can deliver Ben a loss today and give him a losing record?
No.
What? Did he say no? Huh?
Yeah, of course.
You said
confident.
Okay. What to say? What is this? He's a sabotage? A throat job?
We'll go ahead and focus those answers on the actual questions themselves. Let's just go ahead and spin it, Strophy. Let's just go spin it.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Here's how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If Tony in Waukesha beats Ben Brust, he will win a $25 gift card. Ben is lurking behind me. He's already nervous. I think he knows that this is coming, and he's trying to intimidate.
Hey, Tony,
he's not going to intimidate Tony.
It's time to turn up, Tony. You got this.
Any questions, Tony?
No questions at all.
Okay, let's jump right in 3, 2, 1. In Greek mythology, who is the god of the sea?
Poseidon.
Which country won the FIFA World Cup in 2018?
Brazil.
What is the largest island in the Caribbean Sea?
Italy.
In which city was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Oh my God! Why do I not know this? Pass.
In which city is home to the French Quarter?
Pass.
What is the longest reigning dynasty in Chinese history?
The Ming.
What is the capital city of Spain?
Portugal. I don't know. That's wrong.
What is the capital city of New Zealand?
Zimbabwe. I don't know.
If you're facing north and turn clockwise 540 degrees, what direction are you now facing?
500. South.
What is the square root of 144?
12.
Who is the only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms?
FDR.
What is the scientific name for the fear of spiders?
Arachnophobia.
Who is the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom?
Margaret Thatcher.
Recently featured on Devontae Adams' social media, which famous American author wrote The Raven?
Edgar Allan Poe.
He could. It was weird.
Tony, he got a little bit at the end there to really help his cause.
He got the last 6 in a row.
Hey,
right.
Tony, I ain't gonna lie to you. When you said Zimbabwe and New Zealand, I said, oh hell.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe and New Zealand and Portugal and Spain.
I said, oh man. But hey, Tony.
That was good. That's
respectable score.
He knew the stuff.
It's a 7 spot.
7 spot.
He knew the stuff he should have known.
Got the last 6 right. Missed or passed on 6 in a row prior.
It's gonna be close.
Might be close.
Yeah,
close.
Ben's head by saying the guy was cooking.
I saw you doing that.
Cooking. Yeah.
And he was cooking.
Yeah, he
certainly was.
In.
All right,
Hey,
Ben has
Ben.
remained back in the room.
Why you
Big smile.
smile?
Big
Why you
smile out of Ben.
Hey, Benny!
Now, this is a big day for you, man. You don't want to fall under 500. That's loser talk. You can't go home to your
Come
baby
on,
talking
Benny.
about.
There were so
Under
many
500.
days.
You guys are the most annoying people in the world. I know that Tony and Waukesha did well. Because Kyle was cooking it up.
Hey,
in
I wasn't
here.
cooking it. He was cooking. I was just stirring it up.
There were so many days where you asked KBN Nation, please call in and please beat you. We've been on a losing streak so far. But, Tony
All right,
Waukesha,
Bradford.
That is that. Bradford, the questionnaire. Ben, you know how to play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, or Tony, read it right off the thing. If Tony beats you, he will win a $25 gift card. Any questions?
No, Bradford.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. In Greek mythology, who is god of the sea?
Aquarius.
Which country won the FIFA World Cup in 2018?
Spain.
What is the largest island in the Caribbean Sea?
Sicily.
In which U.S. city is the Declaration?
Vatican City.
In which U.S. city was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Philadelphia.
In what city is home to the French Quarter?
New Orleans.
What is the longest reigning dynasty in the Chinese history?
Ming.
What is the capital city of Spain?
Madrid.
What is the capital city of New Zealand?
Oh man. Pass.
If you're facing north and turn clockwise 540 degrees, what direction are you now facing?
540. 60. We're facing east.
What is the square root of 144?
No, we're facing south. South.
Okay, what is the square root of 144?
12.
Who is the only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms?
God only knows.
What is the scientific term for fear of spiders?
Arachnophobia. And the New Zealand one is Auckland.
Who is the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom?
Oh, no. Cuss!
Recently featured on Devontae Adams' social media, which famous American author wrote The Raven?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Did he do it?
It's me close.
Did he do it? Did his last one give it to him?
22 and 5 at the time.
I'm tired. I'm still alive.
Man.
I will survive.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. You went back. Hey, I got this one, but the New Zealand, Auckland.
Still wrong, but
Still wrong.
That was a good guess.
That was a good guess.
It's a good guess.
That's a really good guess.
Which one did he get wrong twice? Oh, the Caribbean Sea answer. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
The Caribbean?
Caribbean,
not the Mediterranean?
It got
I
more
switched it up
wrong.
on you. Yeah, it got way
Because
wrong.
Vatican City isn't an island.
I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey,
Wow.
I feel
It's a 7 spot for both.
I feel not good,
Hey,
but kind of good.
you've maintained a non-losing record.
I am 500 still. The quest
For
to
more
put
than a
me
year.
under 500 is still alive.
Unbelievable.
Let me tell you,
That's
the guy
good.
you went against, Brad asked him, "Are you confident to beat Ben Brust?" He said, "No."
We're like, what?
So wait.
He's like, yeah, no, I am.
And then he cooked a little bit.
Dave from Aaron, I love the Prime Minister question. I swear I've heard that 3 times in 3 weeks, and he still couldn't get it.
That's because he has heard it 3 times in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You are 0 for 3.
It's unbelievable that you can't put it to memory.
I'm an idiot.
I've found, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but since I've joined the show, I have found a question that he just can't get right. I've had like 3 or 4 of them now.
Yeah, it was palindrome for him a little bit.
Long time.
All right, let's go through the answers. In Greek mythology, who is god of the sea?
This is another one.
I used this one 2 weeks ago.
Aquarius
yeah.
isn't a horrible answer, actually. Poseidon.
Aquarius is a horrible answer.
It is.
Poseidon.
But like Aqua.
That's a horoscope sign.
Yeah, wow.
Poseidon.
Never heard of the movie Poseidon or the book?
Keep talking about Poseidon.
Yeah, there's like.
Yeah, no,
did you read a book in high
Kyle,
school?
you're being duped into helping remember it.
I want
Stop.
him to do okay. He's
Why?
a reflection of us.
Which country won the FIFA World Cup in 2018? France. I mean, Spain was a good answer. Good guess, I guess. Largest island in the Caribbean Sea. You both said Sicily. Maybe you guys just like went to that, but then you changed your answer to Vatican City.
Yeah, I know what I did.
Which gets worse. It's
So
a
the
worse
Vatican
guess.
City's in the sea, huh?
Vatican Island. Which
Bradley?
Which
Don't
US
you try and get smart with me.
Which U.S. city?
The answer's Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba. Sorry, you're right.
Cuba.
Which U.S. city was the Declaration of Independence signed? Philadelphia. Very
job.
good. What city is home to the French Quarter? That is New Orleans.
I'm just good. He got both of those wrong. You got them right.
Yep.
Good job.
The longest reigning dynasty in Chinese history. Both guessed Ming Dynasty. Good guesses.
Who the hell is the Ming Dynasty?
I don't know.
Ming?
I only know it from Rush Hour 2. He says the Ming Dynasty.
Wait, I can't say what. Yao Ming? I legit, when they both said Ming, I was like, I don't know about this Ming Dynasty. I'm not. Oh, okay, well, I guess it wasn't Yao.
Am I missing something?
That's the only association with the Ming.
That's what I'm trying to say. The only association
China.
they had with China is the Ming, because they both said Ming. And so I'm like, all right, what is this?
Well, it's Zhao, the Zhao dynasty.
Okay.
What is the capital city of Spain? This is where things went a little bit off the rails for Tony. Capital city of Spain, the answer is Madrid. You got that right. He said Portugal. Don't quite get that one.
Isn't Portugal a country?
Yes, it is. See, look at you, Ben. You're smarter than some.
Stop.
Capital city of New Zealand is Wellington.
Never would have got that.
Like, nobody knows.
If you're facing north and you turn clockwise 540 degrees, what direction are you now facing?
East.
South.
South. I changed it to south.
Yeah.
You yelled east.
Yep. And this is where both you and Tony cooked. So both said south. Square root of 144 is 12. Only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Scientific term.
You just wanted to flex into his middle name.
Yeah.
I only wrote Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Most people should know his middle name is Delano.
Well, it was a 3-letter abbreviation. It was not God only knows, though.
Yeah, true. Scientific name for the fear of spiders is arachnophobia. Do you want another guess at this? Who is the first female prime minister for the United Kingdom?
We played this with you last week.
And I got it after the fact, but you guys had to rhyme it for me. Can you rhyme it again?
Hatcher.
Margaret Thatcher.
There we go.
Margaret Thatcher.
I don't know why I wanted to say Wally Pip.
Right.
You would have won. And then featured recently on Devontae Adams' social media, what famous American author wrote The Raven? Edgar Allan Poe.
Good job, Ben.
7 spot. Little tie. 22, 22, and 5.
Maybe next week your demise will come.
The odds were not in my favor today, but we did tie. But the odds may be in your favor at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. If you check out their 2,000 square foot video wall, if you go to the kiosks and place some bets and sit back and relax and enjoy the show, you can enjoy great food from the kitchen. And I say the kitchen because it's called the kitchen, and it's amazing. Seating for 200. You got to check out Potawatomi Casino Hotel's brand new sportsbook. Also, it's not just a sports book. Table games, slots, bingo. There's something for everyone. Discover it. Bet above the rest. Paysbig.com. That's paysbig.com. Brad is bullying his wonderful wife, Lexi. We'll tell you why and how next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of jeez. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Big delays along southbound 43. Looks like the president is on the move getting back to the airport. So they are starting to let people through around North Avenue very slowly. So be careful with that. Outside of that, we do have delays on eastbound 94 between the Stadium Interchange and about 16th Street. And we've also got some other backups along southbound 41 before Silver Spring all the way down to Hampton and Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mainly clear, a low of 46 tomorrow, sunny and beautiful with a high of 67 at the lake, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Rest big, lose big. GKB founder and CEO Craig Karmazin finished dead last in our Cover 5 League. And his punishment? 24 hours in a George Webb restaurant. Tune in starting at 11 a.m. Friday to ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube page for Craig's pancake payoff. Will he eat enough to be done before sundown? Or will he be there into the wee hours of the morning? Tune in Friday starting at 11.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
Whoa! Holiday shopping snuck up on us again! But Fleet Farm's Toyland will be ready to go. We're stocked up on the latest Hot Wheels, Melissa and Doug, Barbie, and Lego. Plus, we've got all sorts of tractors, trucks, and other cool stuff from Ertl, Cat, Case IH, and John Deere. Toyland opens October 12th with a free toy combine for the first 125 customers. Ready or not, the season's best deals on everything you need for under the tree are here at Fleet Farm.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance, like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking for that ultimate game day hangout during football season? Welcome to Magoo's on the Mound. Now open at 11 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday. With 13 TVs, you won't miss a moment of the action. Enjoy our free 100-square pool with amazing prizes and a complimentary halftime buffet. Plus, we've got great drink specials to keep you cheering. And don't forget, we offer shuttles to and from all Milwaukee baseball games. Magoo's on the Mound, where green and gold fans gather and where every game day is a win.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to replace those old, drafty windows. And remember, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
A point of clarification on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? The record is still 22-5. We are not under 500. But callers, YouTubers, texters are out for Bradley, Bradford, Brad Nortman's head right now, as FDR's middle name ends in an O, not an R, from just about 10 people in the last minute.
Can I be honest? I've never seen the name written out. I've only heard FDR or seen Franklin D. Roosevelt. I've only heard people say what I thought I heard was Delano. But sure enough, it's
Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Delano?
Delano or Delano?
No, it's got to be
It can't be Delano.
It's got to be Delano.
Yeah, Delano. And then his wife's name is Eleanor, which is probably where I got the or.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
But she was a Roosevelt, I believe, before she met him. That was their cousin. They're kissing cousins. Like,
yeah, I think you're right.
Third cousin.
Well, just like tying, kissing your cousin.
It is. I stand with you, Brad.
So I didn't know that.
I thought the
they're
same
cousins?
Thing. Yeah, they're like third cousins. I mean, but I know my third cousin, so it's pretty nasty.
What's the line? Fifth cousin?
Hey, Kyle knows his third cousin, so that's what qualifies it as nasty.
I'm asking when it's okay.
It's never okay.
Fifth cousin? Sixth cousin?
Okay, I just
if you go far enough, aren't we all cousins?
Maybe.
Hey.
I just want to put this out here because I am
means
judging.
You and Lexi are cousins. Congrats.
Disgusting.
So you and your girl.
Yeah, disgusting.
Good point.
I just want to let everybody know it is not okay if you discover that somebody is a long
800-990-3776. I ain't about to let Kyle say anything that he's going to say
Penny,
next.
we just got this on Twitter. I feel like you need to hear it. I feel like we all need to hear it, and we need to discuss because there is a lot to this tweet. This comes from Stevie's Sports Cards on Twitter at KBN ESPN. I think there needs to be a new brand given to Benny. He is not dumb. He is not stupid. He is not an idiot. He's intelligent. He's kind. He's a good father. That one I agree with. He surprises on trivia, and he's a fantastic radio. 1 for 5 ain't bad. I don't like calling him an idiot, and I love Ben Brust from Stevie's Sports Cards.
Wow.
Put it on the sales material upstairs.
Oh, about that.
Hey,
sounds like a
sales
nice
team,
guy.
if you're listening, not an idiot, not dumb, intelligent, great father.
Yeah.
I know where to go when I'm having a bad day. Stevie, whenever I need you, I'm going to say, Stevie, I need you.
I hate to break it to you, but Stevie, tweeted me the other day that the only thing holding this show back is you.
Oh, well, you're a lie. You're a lie.
Yeah, I'm a lie.
You're a lie.
You a lie. I love what you say.
Stevie sounds too nice.
800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talking text line. Paul chimes in. I should get a rematch. I beat Ben and called me a douche when I won. Yeah, I never said I was a good loser. It's the competitive spirit in me.
Totally understandable. I've been losing a lot more lately.
Now, Brad.
Significantly more.
Okay, cool.
When's the last
guys.
time you won? You went 1-7 you're 1-7 or something like that? 1-7 in multiple times?
Was it like Chef Ed?
Probably.
Some of those wins shouldn't count. If
Jeff
you beat
Ed said he
Chef
got 4 today. At least he's starting to be honest with himself.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
there you go.
Chef Ed, only 4?
It's usually 10 or 11.
No, I thought he would know more today.
All right, so, Brad, I am with you when it comes to this. We asked Mark Tauscher this question. He said, that's a great question. But with Kyle Wallace being the Karen of the group and having his own standards of his home and being the man of the household, I like to keep the house as cool as possible. Are you the same way?
Oh, I'm 100% the same way. I do this thing where I wait how long I can turn on the heat. Like going into November, probably not December, but I do everything I can to not turn the heat on and just find all ways to just like endure the cold because I love a cold house. I love sleeping in a cold house. I'm opening up the windows. Our bedroom is freezing cold when we wake up in the morning. This morning, when we woke up, it was 62 degrees. 62 degrees, and it was lovely. It was beautiful. And when I left for work today, a little bit later in the afternoon, I get a little bit later than you guys, it had warmed up to 65.
Flex on us, Brad.
I can't imagine it's going to get that much warmer. Actually, I'm curious. I do have an app that tells me what my house is at right now.
Oh, big money, big money.
Unless it tells me it's at 66. 66 degrees right now.
That's
is
a
probably
great temp.
peak. It's a great temp.
So wait, Lexi doesn't touch it when you're gone?
No, she knows not to get after that heat. The problem is, so I'm a big cold house guy, right? Cold sleeping. I have no problem doing that. Even I was cold. Like I'm warm bodied, like Tauscher was describing. Even I was getting kind of cold. I was thinking, man, Lexi must be freezing because she's got bad blood flow. She gets cold really easy.
Wait, whoa.
Her hands
all of this stuff, and you're freezing the poor girl out?
Got a medical condition, and you sitting
She
there
does.
ignoring
She's got
it.
like the-
You need to make accommodations.
She's got like the Renard's thing where like she gets bad. Her hands go purple.
So hang on. Is this more about saving money?
No, this is partially. It's kind of nice.
What do you mean
not pump the heat.
partially?
But like, I like your cold house, and it's a game, guys. Have you guys figured this out yet? That like there are these little interesting games that there might be some financial benefit on the other side.
No,
of it.
there's always a financial benefit
but there's
on the other
small
side.
financial benefits. But yeah, I'm not turning the heat on. She can put gloves on. She can put 4 layers
Gloves?
on if she
In
wants.
the house?
She can snuggle up with a blanket. I'm
Are
totally
you
okay
telling
with it.
me that she sleeps with gloves?
No, she'll put more socks on though. She'll definitely sleep with like several socks.
That's
And
so
you know what the other thing
uncomfortable.
is? She snuggles with me more, guys. Like she's putting up
As
she's going
if
with
you
the
guys
blanket.
already don't snuggle enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just
She's
more
snuggling
incentive
out
to
of
do it.
survival, Brad, not out of comfort.
I don't care the reason as long as she's snuggling. I'm good to go.
Oh my gosh,
so
this
yeah,
is terrible.
she's looking.
I feel better now because I woke up in a home that was 65 the other day,
Ooh,
and
it's
we have a
cold in our
8-month-old baby girl. Now, I consider this training, right? For 18 years of her life, she's going to have to get used to the way I like the temperature in the house. But if it was 62, I'd have to warm up my little baby girl.
You got your baby in an icebox?
It's not an icebox. She sleeps in this like
She's sitting there.
She's sleeping better because of it. I'm
The
sure.
hell? Is she sleeping better, Ben? Have it been great?
the last
different reasons
the last
why.
2 days have been hell.
Because she's freezing.
And
You said
she's
what-
going through other things.
Shh, be quiet, girl. What's wrong? She won't take her bottle. She won't take it. She's freezing cold right now, Ben. Warm her up.
The only thing
Turn the heat on.
the only thing I will do is we've got like a gas fireplace, so you can like switch that on, and Lexi will literally go in front of it like with her hands and like do
Yo,
this.
this
and, like, put
sounds
her hands-
this sounds like somebody who is like working 2 jobs to try and like pay their electricity bill, Brad.
Is this like
and shout out to
like
people that are
Ebenezer
doing that,
Scrooge?
but you are
Like,
spitting in the people's faces that want heat. You have the ability to have heat.
She has other avenues to get warmed up, like snuggling, gloves,
while she's got the syndrome in her hands going.
A furnace.
A furnace, yeah, but if I would be ashamed of myself if I turned my furnace on October 8th. That is way too early. I'm hoping to go at least to Halloween.
I will say
Halloween would be outstanding to wait that long.
Agree or disagree? 800-990-3776. October is the best month to sleep.
100%.
It is the best month to sleep. You don't need to have the air conditioning on. You don't need to have the heat on. You're going to be cold and cozy and snuggly. And
it's crisp. It's dark. It's getting darker.
Darker. You can always add more blankets if needed.
I disagree.
Do you have the heat on right now?
Come on now. Hell no. I ain't paying that bill. No. I mean,
you have no grounds to give me a hard time then?
I do have grounds to give you a hard time. I'm trying to save money. I have a reason to save money. I couldn't just swing my leg a couple times and make billions of dollars. Okay, I wasn't good enough to do that. So for me, I hate a cold house, but I despise having to spend money. So that's the reason why I keep it cold in my house. I don't keep it cold on purpose. I keep it cold out of a necessity.
So when will you turn your heat on? How cold will I have to get? Consistently in the house? Because the Norman houses were
I can
low
see
to
Kyle
mid-60s.
with his teeth shivering and clenching and doing that.
So I grew
drinking tea, trying to warm up his under body.
I grew up in a house where if you turn the heat on too early, somebody would say, "Now who done turned this heat on? It ain't that cold out. You better put some blankets on." And so that's how I was trained. So for me, we probably looking, December, the winter solstice.
December?
Yeah. What y'all in unison doing that for? December.
Because we like to push the limit, but you are cheap as hell.
There's like a humanity issue now.
November is only like 50
don't you talk about humanity issue. You're freezing your wife.
Torturing my wife.
I just don't want to have to turn it on too soon. I'm for sure not doing it right now, but I would think, if it gets to 30 degrees outside, I got to turn it on.
Will the internal temperature of the house, will the thermostat read in the 50s before you turn it on?
No, yes, the 50s. Right now, it was like 62 this morning. 50s, yeah, in the 50s. If it gets like 55, then I got to turn it on. But we're gone during the day.
55.
Yeah.
That's pretty cold. I respect it. I respect it so much.
And I'm a fan guy, so the fan has to be on when I go to sleep, so I just suffer.
But wait a minute. You like it. You like sleeping in the warm. So why do you have a fan going and why do you keep it so cold?
The noise and the fan. Sometimes you get so adjusted to things. Like if the fan's not on, I'll have something blowing on me. I feel awkward. It feels weird. I've grown accustomed to the house having the fan blowing on me.
JV 800-990-3776. You're up, Jonathan Brust.
Hey, so I was calling it for something completely different. Brad, the only people that I know that would make their wife sleep in socks are like weirdos.
Yeah.
Dude. Take care of your wife. Get your house warm. That is the worst thing that I've ever heard that somebody would do to their wife that's got blood flow.
She's all right.
That's bad.
She's good. She's got
What
ways
does
to
the
clear
doctor
herself
say
up.
about that? We don't have to get too personal. But is this something where the doctor's like, hey, like you should probably tell him he should probably turn the heat on for you? Like,
I've never heard that verdict.
She absolutely
loves. Listen, you're a nice guy.
Quickly, JB, anything else before we let you go?
Yeah, so you guys are going elite, average, and good or overpaid on Jordan Love.
That was yesterday.
What happened to Jordan Love being the best thing since sliced bread? I think I'm feeling pretty good over here with Caleb Williams.
And on cue, Alex Strope strikes again on Jonathan Brust. 800-990-3776. Earning a barn asked, does Brad have any pics of Lexi in her NASA space suit to keep warm?
Sometimes she needs layers like that.
I'm sending nobody no picture. What kind of a question is that asking for somebody pictures of their wife?
You won't be able to see anything. It's a spacesuit.
Either way, I think Kyle's right on this one.
Does he have any pictures of his wife in the thing? What the hell? I heard what the fan said to you on the sideline.
Your wife's hot. How'd you land her? The chirps really got to Brad Nortman.
I'm thinking about everything but punting in that moment.
Poor guy. Screaming Sicilian Pizza, I tell you what. When I need a warm pick-me-up, set that oven to 425, set the timer to 15 minutes, pop in my Screaming Sicilian, then boom, bang, bop, bada bop, boop, pow! It's ready for you. It's ready for you. The Boss Hog is the personal favorite right now. Mambo Italiano is coming in second. And in third is the Supremus Maximus. Love me a good Supreme pizza. The best part about Palermo's is they have a pizza for everybody, a different brand. Connie's, Urban Pie, Palermo, Scream Sicilian, along with different Scream Sicilians, thin and crispy, tavern style. You have the 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese. You like this cheese on the outside with all the cheese on the inside. It's amazing. So try Scream Sicilian. I mean, we're going to do it. Don't worry. I was thinking, guys, I want it to organically happen, but I want something new to celebrate outside the Mambo Italiano.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted.
Okay, Kyle and I were thinking too.
Yeah, we were. We most definitely were. Kyle. And I'm distracted during these reads because you list off these fantastic pizzas that I done had, like so many different varieties that they have and brands with the Palermo's pizza. But like a couple weeks ago, you promised us a pizza. Where the hell is my pizza?
Yeah, where's
you
my
can't
pizza?
just keep doing the read without giving us our pizza.
Yeah, where's my
the
pizza?
Mambo Italiano.
Mambo.
Or the stuffed crust. I mean, there's so many good options, and you're just holding out on us.
Every time you do the read, I get more and more hungry. So it's like a little bit torturous.
I promise you, and I'm good with promises here. If you guys text me tonight while I'm home after baby girl's put asleep at 7 o'clock, I will grab the Palermo's that I owe you guys. They are sitting in my freezer.
Hey, Siri, remind me to text Ben about pizza at 7 p.m. tonight.
Okay, I added text Ben about pizza for this evening at 7 p.m.
It's done. JD and Fondy chimes in. AC doesn't go on till 85 in the house. 55 for heat.
I like
powerful.
JD.
Now that is a strong stance.
Yeah.
What's also a strong stance is a lot of people saying that Jordan Love has been average, but Brad has some numbers to prove why he's been average. We'll tell you why Jordan Love's been average, with a bright future still. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
DKB. They get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Southbound on 43, slowing down from Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive, and then back on the brakes from Locust down through the Marquette and over the high rise. Westbound 94 slowing down from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94's got some backups from about Highway 164 all the way past Barker Road. We've got more delays then from Hawley Road all the way through the Stadium Interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 46. Tomorrow, sunny and beautiful with a high of 67 at the lake, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Holiday shopping snuck up on us again, but Fleet Farm's Toyland will be ready to go. We're stocked up on the latest Hot Wheels, Melissa and Doug, Barbie, and Lego. Plus, we've got all sorts of tractors, trucks, and other cool stuff from Ertl, Cat, Case IH, and John Deere. Toyland opens October 12th with a free toy combine for the first 125 customers. Ready or not, the season's best deals on everything you need for under the tree are here at Fleet Farm.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Low, Dobbs, Watson, Reed, and now Josh Jacobs? Football season is back, baby. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
How would you like to own a jewelry store?
Kessler's Diamonds is an employee-owned company.
And Kessler's is growing. Are you the kind of person we're looking for?
Does it make you happy to make other people happy?
Are you a problem solver?
Would you like to wake up every morning knowing that you're going to help a lot of people find joy today?
Kessler's Diamonds is people serving people.
Keep in mind that Kessler's is owned by its employees. So let me ask you this. Are you a good enough leader that you can be an owner who leads other owners?
Don't worry, you don't have to know about diamonds. We can teach you about diamonds. But the people we're looking for aren't looking for a job.
Did someone pop into your head just now?
Do you think you might know who we're looking for?
Give that person a call.
Send them an email.
Tell them to walk into Kessler's Diamonds and say to the person who greets them,
I think I want to work here.
Welcome to Kessler's.
A fantastic place to buy jewelry and a wonderful place to work.
For the store nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You've heard me talk about the results mentality has had on my life, but don't just take it from me. Jason has had success too, thanks to mentality.
My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. Knowing once again I've gotten the treatments done and continuing, I do feel, stuff does hurt a little bit more, but I'm 40, in my 40s, and that's going to happen. But again, the energy levels, it is above and beyond. Again, I'm back in that age where I'm like, this is amazing.
Get started today at LowTUSA.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Chris in New Berlin chimes in. Well, damn, now that you said, hey, Siri, text Ben about pizza, I now have a reminder to text Ben.
That was my goal. You're not getting off for free on this one, pal.
Hey, Siri, subscribe to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. She just did in the break, and she called me Brust.
Huh?
I said, Siri, subscribe to the Kyle, Brust, and Nortman podcast. And then she said, okay, now subscribe to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Come on, Siri, get it right.
I don't care, just as long as you subscribe to it.
Kyle, Brust, Nortman, Alex Strofer on the show, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Bradley, you've gone to the research lab at the Brad Cave, and we'll ask the question and get to your responses, KBN Nation, with a little insight from Brad Nortman. But which version of Love do you see right now? Is he closer to the first half of last year or the second half of last year?
Well, you know how we sometimes you get proposed with things like, well, I got the good news, I got the bad news.
Uh-oh.
Let's start with the bad news first.
Wait,
okay?
real quick, how do you guys answer that? Good news or bad news first?
Always bad news
Always
first.
bad news first.
Give me the good news first. Let me be all hyped up first, and then I hear the bad news. I can take.
Why would you want that though?
Because
the long-term effect of the bad news.
Put that on
lingers.
Twitter, Strophy. If somebody says,
do
you want the good news or the bad news, which one do you want first?
Well, Kyle, I'm going to give you the bad news first, okay? Because I was wondering, because last year we talk about Jordan Love, and it was really the tale of two seasons. First half of the year, really struggled. Second half of the year, played as better as well as any quarterback in the NFL, a truly elite MVP type level. Paid him the big money. And now the question is, well, who's he playing closer to? Who is the real Jordan Love? The first half or the second half Jordan Love? I got some bad news. Jordan Love through 3 games is playing like the first half of the season quarterback. He is much closer to that version than he is the second half of the year quarterback. Let me throw some stats at you guys, okay? Touchdown to interception ratio, okay? It seemed like last year it was the Chargers game where he really turned a corner. November 19th, they went on a winning streak, and he played his best football from there through the rest of the year. So I've got week 1 all the way through the Pittsburgh game, week 9. 14 touchdowns, 10 interceptions for Jordan Love through those 9 games. That's 1.4 touchdown interception ratio. So far through 3 games, 8 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That's 1.6 touchdown interception ratio. That's basically the same and way different than like the 10 touchdown interception ratio second half of the year. So he's virtually the same touchdown interception ratio. Well, what about QB rating, okay? It's another one where it kind of takes in everything, right? Time of the game and completion percentage, whatever else. So 2023, 84%. 2024, 87%. Very similar. Completion percentage, 2023 was 59, and this year it's 56. All the main metrics that you would judge a quarterback by, he is playing closer to the early part of last year than he was the late part of last year. That would normally be concerning when you're trying to figure out who is the quarterback of Jordan Love. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is, while Jordan Love has been playing bad, we all see it. And
relative to the last 10 games of last year.
Relative to what we know he can do, he is not playing to what our expectations are. He's out of rhythm. He's been injured. There's been chaos in the wide receiver room. And there's just been a lot of strange events happening that would make him play bad. And his timing's off. And the Packers are 2-3. And they're actually
3-2.
3-2. Exactly. 3-2. They are very much in the race. They're doing well, good enough to win some games, and they have a bright future ahead. I have no doubt that Jordan Love will be closer to the second half quarterback than he was the first half for the rest of the season, because he's playing a whole lot like the first half last year. And the Packers are actually in decent shape. I would be surprised if we fast forward a month and he's still playing like this. But if he is, my optimism will be more concerning then. Give him a month, he'll be good to go. But if he keeps on playing like this, he's really closer to the first half quarterback last year than the second half. That's my takeaway. And
I feel like the good news wasn't as good as I was hoping.
No.
Well, the good news is they have a winning record, and he's played bad. And we completely estimate him to improve. I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Well, Brad, I want to put my
green and gold goggles.
Yeah, my green and gold goggles on, because whatever you were just talking about, I don't like it whatsoever, because this is the thing that you failed to talk about. Yes, Brad, Jordan Love has not played up to the way he's supposed to play, but at the end of the day, Jordan Love had to have...
Why'd you just take the glasses off?
I got to be able to see. I can't see my notes with these dang glasses. I looked down, I said, everything looks different colors. But you know what ain't different colors is my hope for the Green Bay Packers. This is what I think, is that when I look at the way Jordan Love has played, yes, he's only played okay. He hasn't played that great. He hasn't played up to the expectations, but it is still early in the season. You said strange events, right? A lot of stranger things have happened to this Green Bay Packers team to start the season. They went all the way out to Brazil and played on that terrible turf, and then Jordan Love got hurt. And then while he was gone, on top of that, he hurt his knee in that game, right? Malik Willis actually played super well, which was different. The Vikings offense killed our defense in the first half, where he had to bring a comeback, and they almost come back and won the game in the second half. And then Dobbs all of a sudden wanted to go AWOL, and Watson was also hurt the last game, and the Packers still found a way to win. We can be disappointed with the way he has played, but I think Jordan Love is just warming up for the season. Do you remember what happened last October?
Bad, football.
Super bad. Against the Raiders, they were trash. Against the Broncos, he was trash. Against the Vikings, he was trash. They were 0-3, but guess what? October already has come, and the Packers are already 1-0 in October. Jordan Love, we know he's going to get better. The offense is going to find a rhythm. So though you may be down on some of the things Jordan Love has presented so far this year, once he finds some balance, once he finds consistency actually playing quarterback with this football team, once all his receivers decide to get off the injured list in Christian Watson or decide to come to practice and playing a game of Romeo Dobbs, this team is going to be better. So we need to be more optimistic wearing our green and gold goggles, because the Green Bay Packers are going to be okay. And Jordan Love, more importantly, each week he's going to get a little better. And we're going to come here on Monday talking about, oh, he's starting to look good. Oh, he's starting to look like the MVP candidate. Oh, the Packers are a real Super Bowl contender now, because we're going to look up. It's going to be the end of November, and the Packers are only going to have 4 losses on the season. They're going to be looking good.
Matthew chimes in at 800-990-3776. Love won't be as bad as the beginning of last year, but he won't be as good at the end of last year. He's a top 10 to 15 QB. Now, I don't know about the top 10 to 15. I think he needs to be in the top 5 to 10 based off what he's getting paid and based off, what he needs to be for this team to be successful. But maybe there's some truth to whatever we've seen over the first 3 games to the last 10 games of 2023 to the first 7. What if he's somewhere in the middle of everything that we've seen? And I think Tauscher brought up a really good point, or maybe it was Balaga. It's one of the big offensive linemen that we have on our airwaves. Jordan Love, although paid like a franchise quarterback, is still really young in his maturation of becoming a franchise quarterback, right? So there's going to be mistakes along the way. I don't think it's fair to ask him to play at the level that he did at the end of last year. But I think it's okay to hold him to a higher expectation than what we've seen in the 3 games that he's played this year. Would you be happy and okay if he was somewhere in the middle?
I would be okay with it, but at some point, the question is, what are you closer to? Are you closer to the early season quarterback last year or the late season quarterback? He's got to be closer to the guy we saw at the end of the season. If he's closer to what he has been currently, that's not good enough. I don't expect him to have MVP numbers and 20-some touchdowns and 2 interceptions over 10 games. It was unbelievable. But he's got to be closer to that, which is the whole point of this, is saying that he is currently playing closer to that early version than the later version. It's only a matter of time before he spins it and turns it around, but he's got to sustain a level that's closer to the second half.
Well, he's been Favre-like at moments and Rodgers-like in moments in these 2 seasons, and still a lot to see from Jordan Love. But we'll continue to discuss this like the nugget from Brad Nortman. We'll get to your text at 800-990-3776 as we wrap up Kyle Brust and Nortman's ESPN Wisconsin portion before the 414 hour at 4.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring,
do the Pack Arena right now.
1 packer, 2 packer, 3 packer ring.
Hey.
What's the word? Jordan Love to Christian Watson. Nay, that's a touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs. Yeah.
Wilde and Tauscher, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry Are you guys being serious? You guys can't put 2 and 2
I got it. I could not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish turnover.
Sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this fall? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Michael Farr from Racine Case. The junior putting up career best numbers in the Eagles' shutout win against Oak Creek last Friday night. 6 catches, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving for Farr in the 27-0 victory, which, by the way, ended a 16-game losing streak to Oak Creek. Farr also gets in the action on some rushing attempts and finds his way to the stat sheet as a defensive back for the Eagles as well. His breakout season helping Case to earn their automatic bid into the WIAA playoffs with still 2 games remaining. 1 more season to go in high school for Farr, but he is hoping to find a way to play at the next level once he graduates. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Michael Farr.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make some money? Have you bet on sports before? That probably did not go great. I can help you make money. Go to fatjacksports.com and get dialed in to turn a profit. The picks are emailed to you. They're on your personal portal on the website, and you can pay less than $50 a week for longer packages to make money betting this football season. Fatjacksports.com, the only place you need to go. 100% transparent, and will turn you profit this season at fatjacksports.com.
Cousins Subs is spicing things up this fall with a new sub and a delicious shake. The Chipotle Cheesesteak Sub with either grilled-to-order chicken or steak features pepper jack cheese, sautéed green peppers and onions, jalapenos, and Chipotle ranch dressing. And that's not all. Pair your Chipotle cheesesteak with a new pumpkin pie shake and your taste buds will fall in love. Order in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My check engine light's on?
That could hurt your gas mileage. The AutoZone free Fix Finder service can help find the fix for free.
Get in the zone.
This whole report for free?
That's right, printed and on your phone for free.
Get in the zone.
But what if the fix is too tough?
We'll recommend a local shop. Fix Finder, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time.
How would you describe Aaron Rodgers as an ex? Friendly? Thankful for the time? 13%. Keeping tabs on the ex? 13%. Out of sight, out of mind, 22%. And the majority describe him as an ex as good, but too toxic at the end.
That's what I voted for. Good, but toxic.
I think I'm just keeping tabs.
Just checking in. Little entertainment.
Yeah, it's the entertainment value. Seeing things blow up or just sound bites. It's just funny.
He is so unique in that he's so polarizing. He is such a unique dude. Has there ever been someone like him in pro football?
I would say, like, is there anybody in sports that elicits such a strong reaction to based off
Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie, nah.
He doesn't have the level of greatness of Rodgers, though.
No, he isn't. LeBron James can say or do something. LeBron James can literally
Same
have
amount
his
of
son get
championships,
drafted.
right?
Oh.
He can draft his son, and people are upset. I mean, I was talking trash about him, too.
But LeBron actually tries to, like, be politically correct. Like, I don't think he's actually trying to make waves. Rodgers has no problem just creating waves and drama.
Yeah, but the thing
turmoil.
is, he will then claim that it should have never created said waves.
That's
even though
what
he knows
a
exactly
narcissist
what he's
manipulator does. It's not that
Kyle
big of a
knows him,
deal.
man. He's dated him.
Yeah,
Swagger. Old swagger.
Let's drop the swagger, okay? Let's just drop it.
Our second poll of the day, if somebody says, I have good news and bad news, which do you want to hear first?
Can we, first off, this is a great poll.
I agree.
poll.
It was really good, Ben.
This is poll of the week.
Bad news, 82%. So a lot of people
Overwhelming.
want the bad news first.
It makes a ton of sense. Why would you want the good news, bracing for the bad, and then you're left with the bad to dwell on?
You know, now that I reflect, because it was, I mean, I knew you weren't going to say anything bad, but if somebody came to me from, the truth team that I manage, and they said, oh, I got good news and bad news. I was like, okay, what's the bad news? Because I want to know the bad news. I was just like, I want to know how bad it is initially, so then I can be like, oh, it's not that bad.
See, here's why I think I think I really do want the bad news after, because if people give you the bad news first, they're trying to soften you with the bad news with the good news. And if the bad news is probably more impactful than the good news, I guess it depends on the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to try and shield me from the bad news.
But usually the good news has a little bit of a vindication on the bad. Maybe it's solving the problem, or at least something that colors it a little bit more positively. So if you're going to give the good news first, it might not even make sense in the context of the bad news.
Yeah, because usually I just end up focusing on what the stronger of the two newses are. Like, the good news is Princeton Club just won Madison's favorite health club and Madison's best club, with millions of dollars in upgrades across all of the clubs, from the 8 Madison locations to the one in New Berlin. You can find your better tomorrow with free childcare with their membership. They give you everything you need to be successful in your journey to become healthy and fit. So beat people to the New Year's resolution and head on over and join the Princeton Club. The Dam Sports Show next at 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. We get to your calls, and we get to KBN Nation next in 2 minutes.
South Southbound on 43, slowing down from Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive, and then back on the brakes from Locust down through the Marquette and over the high rise. Westbound 94 slowing down from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94 has got some backups from about Highway 164 all the way past Barker Road. We've got more delays then from Hawley Road all the way through the Stadium Interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 46. Tomorrow, sunny and beautiful with a high of 67 at the lake, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Do you know what Monica has cooked up for Sweetest Day?
Here she comes. Let's ask her.
Monica, we were wondering what you've cooked up for Sweetest Day.
Imagine a pendant with the classic perfect Valentine's heart, the kind a grade school boy would draw for his girlfriend.
Okay, so what makes it special?
The heart is made of bright cherry red ceramic, and it's surrounded by 18 tiny little newborn diamonds.
Ceramic?
18 diamonds?
Yeah, cherry red ceramic with 18 newborn diamonds, and it's only $128.
I don't know how many of those we made, but we didn't make enough. What else have we got?
A long stem American Beauty rose, 100% natural.
Why would someone come to Kessler's for that?
Because our full-size American Beauty roses are preserved forever under a shimmering layer of pure 24-karat gold.
Kessler's gold roses are back!
And they're just $99 for Sweetest Day.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Quickly, before we get to our guy, Tori Low, Paul in Milwaukee, you're up on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I think Aaron Rodgers has just a very twisted, bizarre sense of humor, kind of like Andy Kaufman did back in the 80s. I mean, he would take people from his audience out to get Jell-O after the show. He had that whole wrestling phase, and things were only funny to him. I remember a story of Aaron before he was a starter, grew out really huge mutton chops and was going around telling people he did it because he was a Civil War reenactor. He's just not like everybody else, and he doesn't care.
He's definitely a different dude, and to each their own. And I do want to bring Tori Low in. Thank you for the call, Paul. We appreciate it. I do want to bring Tori Low into our last poll because I do like one of the texts that we got in reference to this. Tori, first off, T-Lo, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Thank y'all for having me.
Why just fine?
You know, look, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot going on, and fine is great right now.
Fine is great for Tori, but
okay.
we'll make
hey, some days fine is great.
We always make fine great here in the 15 minutes on Kyle Brust Nortman that we get for Tori. When somebody says, I have good news and I have bad news, which news do you want to hear first?
The bad news.
Always.
Always the bad news, because I want to feel good afterwards.
That is your vibe.
I want to hear the bad news first, then tell me the good news to make me feel better when I walk away.
Tori, do people give you too much good news? You deal with a lot.
I deal with a lot of, I'm an advocate, so I deal with a lot of situations. So I just tell them, when I answer the phone, I just say, okay, what's going on?
Get right to it?
Yeah, just get right at it. Because the quicker we can get that out the way, the quicker we can find the results or whatever the resources are. Then on the back end, tell me the good stuff so I can get off the phone and laugh.
Now, Mike chimes in. He says you always have to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is what you are going to say?
Oof.
I like that.
I like that too. But the thing is always a 9 or a 10 when I answer the phone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or even like, what's the differential between the good and the bad news?
Right.
Because it could be just like a real bad news and then just a little nugget. You're like, that doesn't help.
Isn't that the worst when your spouse says, I have something to tell you?
Oh.
And then it ends up being a nothing burger. And you're like, you had me all scared.
We need to talk.
happens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Well, I mean, we need to talk. We all know.
You haven't
need to
had that
talk, Tori.
conversation.
Oh.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
Hey.
99% of the time, we could have used different words. All right, the 1% is obviously
So
the bad
in
news,
this scenario, and someone says we need to talk, and it essentially means we're breaking up. What other things should you say
it
that
could be
we
a
need
whole
to
lot
talk?
worse. Well, not
Hey,
breaking up.
we need to break up.
It
Well,
could
let's
be,
get right to it.
It could be we need to talk. I'm pregnant.
Right.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Tori, that sounds like something you may have faced before.
Well, of course. I got children. But what I'm saying is
What do you mean, of course I've got children? All of them? I mean, we need to talk?
But what I'm saying is, it's just something that happens. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, but for
it's
me,
a serious, we need to talk is a serious conversation.
Sure, I'm not married, and we're getting married next August. But like when she showed up,
cool.
She came with a pharmacy bag.
And who showed up?
My fiance, my now fiance, who was my girlfriend at the time, showed up to our house with a pharmacy bag, and I was like, "What the hell is she giving me a pharmacy bag for?" I reached in the pharmacy bag, and wow.
The test was in
Wait,
there.
that's how she showed it to you?
Yeah.
She just said surprise.
Hey, here's a stick I peed on, Benny.
Wait a
Powerful.
minute. That would have threw me way off.
Did she use
Whoa.
any words or just like,
Well, I mean,
take a look?
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
I
I'm
was
coming
happy
over to
and excited.
visit.
She knew I was going to be happy.
There should be a level.
I'm coming to see you.
There should be a uniform lingo for like, okay, this just means that we just need to talk about something, but it's all good. Like, hey,
Right.
can we talk about something? If it's kind of bad, it should be something like,
This sounds like a hear Brad out.
I am doing this a day early, aren't I?
Let's have a chit chat.
Yeah. Let's have a
I like
chit-chat.
that.
I don't want
And
none
if
of that.
it's serious, it should be like, we need to talk.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, I don't
I'm
like
gonna pack
that.
my bag.
Well, sometimes
Everyone just had a flashback to a moment, right? I don't know about y'all, but I had a flashback to a relationship where I was like, oh,
You
no.
know what? When I hear the serious tone, I already know because when people is happy, it's always a lighter tone. Oh, where are we going today? It's always up there. But when it's serious, it's like a low, like,
So, Tori,
hey, we need to do this.
Tori,
need to get
we
this done.
we do need to talk right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought y'all
got serious
y'all
here
gonna ask
quick.
me about Romeo Dobbs. Wow.
Where art thou?
I don't know. I thought it was getting serious. Okay.
No, tell me how you feel. I mean, yeah, Mike, that was chilling.
Right.
This is a safe space.
Okay. I don't know. As a man listening and watching the Packers up and down season with the injuries and things like that, Romeo Dobbs situation came out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, by the way, Packers suspend Romeo Dobbs for conduct detrimental to the team.
Well,
Now,
real talk, Kyle, are you Tori Low's manager technically?
I am.
So if Tori Low just didn't show up without communicating, you would likely go check on him like the Packers did? Because the Packers sent somebody to Romeo Dobbs' place to check on him.
I mean,
because it's unusual behavior.
Exactly. If Tori just was a no-show, no-call, I know something.
He would know something be wrong.
I'll be concerned, very concerned.
But would you go to the depths of trying to find out what's going on?
I would call him nonstop and try to see what is going on, and if we could reach out to a loved one, try to do that as well.
And even if Kyle didn't show up to work, because I'm the one that go look for people. I mean,
that's true.
So what I'm saying, if anybody in this company, and by the way, I'm the teammate of the year, GKB,
Cool.
Milwaukee teammate of the year, Tori Low, in the building. You know how we get down. So what I'm saying is,
I don't know how you won that one.
hey, pow, because
he a great teammate.
I make the teammates feel good.
Sure do.
Hey,
oh wow,
it's okay.
He had you on his show.
It's okay because I already won. It's too late. You got to wait till next week. It don't matter. The hate don't matter if you already won.
So when I just go on Twitter and my For You page just pops up and it's a graphic of the NFC North. I don't want to say it makes me fearful, but it doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy seeing the Vikings at 5-0, the Lions at 3-1, the Bears at 3-2, and the Packers at 3-2. It is the only division in football, which is a good thing and a bad thing, that has all four teams with a winning record. How does that make you feel?
Well, I knew the black and blue division was going to be extremely competitive. The Lions kind of jumped up there last couple years. The Vikings have always been middle of the road. They just needed a few pieces. Packers have always been phenomenal. But the Bears have sucked. So that's the thing where the Bears take that next step. Now you got the old school, we gonna beat each other up, and whoever makes it out alive get to go to the playoffs. It's just one of those things.
Are you concerned about the Packers' ability to navigate through this division? Because it's probably the best division in football.
That is a good question, because that's what exactly goes through my mind when I see the graphic. And I think the jury can still be out about the Bears because you're 5 games into the season, and historically the Bears are going to Bears, right? The Bears are going to Bears. The Vikings are 5-0, and they've showed enough to tell, I think, all of us that you respect them.
Right.
Don't you respect them a little more now, Kyle, after seeing them over 5 games?
Respect who?
All right.
Yeah, I hate the Vikings.
And then obviously the Lions won the division, and Jared Goff didn't throw an incompletion, and they looked like they had that offense humming and rolling again. So the hard part about this is you have opportunity, but the opportunity in your own division is going to strongly and heavily dictate the success of this team making the playoffs and having a chance to win the division.
I agree, but I think the Packers have the bigger upside due to being a younger team, having a lot of young on both sides of the ball. I think that right now, I hope that we don't fall into where contracts are coming up, and maybe that's factoring into the egos of a lot of this young talent.
That happened to Romeo
and
Doubs.
I'm hoping that that's not the case.
I mean, because that seemed like a thing that the Packers had going, right? Great culture where everybody is for one another. Does this change how you view either Romeo Doubs or the Packers locker room in totality?
Well, you're gonna have, if you got a lot of young talent, you're gonna have issues. And Romeo Doubs, this is his first time that we've ever heard anything negative about him. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe his feelings was hurt. He had a phenomenal Dallas Cowboy game in the playoffs. And maybe when Christian Watts went down, he thought he would be more active in the scheme. And contract is coming up. He's looking toward the future, and maybe he's feeling slighted.
I just want to say one of my favorite things that you do is call Christian Watts.
Yeah.
I wish he played like Christian Watts.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like someone who's explosive, making plays, energizer.
But then he's the injury bug has hit him many times. All I'm saying is maybe Romeo Doubs is saying, hey, look, I want to be the future. I want to be.
There's other ways to do it.
There is other ways to do it, but this
the number one wide receiver.
This is just a glimpse into discontent, and I'm telling you, some of that stuff is contagious. I'm happy the Green Bay Packers are going to win a lot of football games, but obviously guys are going to have their personal wants and desires and egos that come out, man. In order to make him, Brad might be a nice, calm, chill dude, but look at this.
Contract year.
Brad had an ego. Brad had an ego to point. He had to have an ego in order to be as great
does. He won't turn the damn heat on.
That's right.
Hold on. In your contract year, I bet you booted that punt.
I was a little bit more
out
locked
the back
in.
of the stadium.
There were
we don't
times,
want touchbacks now, Tori.
There were times where you were confronted with like, do I punt for stats or do I punt for the team? And the punter isn't really in a situation to be like, screw the game plan. I'm going to punt the way I want to because they'll just drop you. So it always kind of won on that side. But there was that part of you that was always thinking about that. Is how is this affecting my stats? How is this affecting my value, my marketability?
Because that's what's going to come up when your contract comes up.
100%.
Your longevity in the league depends on your performance.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is if you're not getting what you think you should be doing as a wide receiver, which affects the contract, because a lot of these young players are in, 1 more or 2 years, they're going to be up for a contract.
Yeah, and my concern would be, does Romeo Doubs and maybe other people in the room, do they trust the organization? Do they trust Matt LaFleur? Do they trust Goody to be like, hey, we like you. We're going to give you a contract. Just keep doing your thing. And don't worry about stats. They look at that and they probably talk to enough veterans, like a salty old Brad Nortman veteran, and probably say, don't you listen to them. Like,
I tell you what,
think about yourself.
The one way to do it is just find a way to be irreplaceable, and that's what our guy Jaden Reed is doing. Am I right, Strophy?
That's true.
Hey. Now, Tori, Brad has a wife who is what does she have with her hands?
I don't know how you pronounce it. Raynaud's. It's basically bad circulation leading to her kind of internal body temperature always being cold. Her hands will go purple. She's bad circulation.
He doesn't turn the heat on for his lady.
Yeah, I hold off. I hold off on turning on the heat as long as I possibly can.
Well, We Energy is going up 18%. They say they want 18%.
18. Okay, now it's well into November before I'm hitting that thing.
But the thing is, you got to be the comforter. You know.
I snuggle with Tori. I snuggle with her.
You got to be. I
hold her.
You got to be a snuggle.
Tori, don't encourage.
You got to be a huggy with a snuggle.
He just said her hands turn purple.
I can hold those hands.
No, you can't snuggle her.
You got to huggy with a snuggie.
Huggy with a snuggie.
I don't like it. Tori,
that's right.
When you turn the heat on in your house?
What we listening to, Tori?
When it first hit the first 50-degree, 40-degree
weather.
Yeah, that's when I know it's time to turn the heat on.
So you're holding out.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
You don't.
This is too low. Why the vibes low for your song?
This is Future too fast. You know what I mean? And
how does it tie to the Green Bay Packers? Every song
Romeo
does.
Dobbs needs to slow down. He moving too fast.
Hey, powerful.
I don't want him to be kicked off the team due to conduct detrimental to the team. He moving too fast. He got to slow down a little bit.
Well, what's not too fast is the Tsunami Express car wash.
Oh no! When Tsunami Express car wash gives your car the flawless finish and the powerful wash, and it's just the right amount of time. It's perfectly intricate as far as making the inside and the outside look like a brand new car. That's because Tsunami Express Car Wash, they got state-of-the-art wash technology. They got powerful free vacuums, that means inside and outside clean, and unlimited wash memberships. I'm a ceramic member. That means I can go unlimited amount of times throughout the month. Today, tomorrow, the next day. I can get that top-tier wash on my car every single day if I want to. My car, it thanks me. It's 8.5 years old, but every time I roll through Tsunami Express, it looks like I drove it right off the lot. And this is a top-tier car wash. You paid too much. You take too much care of your car to just do a normal gas station car wash. Only Tsunami Express gives you that flawless finish and first-class car wash every single time. Every time I drive away, I think to myself, I got to go more often. I feel so good driving this new, beautiful car. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. It's the winning drive that your car deserves. Get your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com.
He's been too quiet. I want to hear him shine on Kyle Brust and Nortman. His name is Alex Strofe. You hear him on Mr. Irrelevant Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays on YouTube at 12:30. You hear him on the pregame coverage across ESPN Wisconsin, 620 WTMJ. You hear him on Weekly Wildy on YouTube. You see him all over our socials. You hear him producing our show. Anything else I missed?
No, I think you did great, man. Thanks.
That's Alex Strofe. Becoming Relevant next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh,
seam head.
I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB Big Inning at night.
Seam head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Delays continue along southbound 43 from just north of Hampton Avenue, pretty much solidly all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise. Back on the brakes from about the base of the high-rise bridge all the way down towards Lincoln. Westbound 94, we got some backups from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, and then a few more taps on the brakes once you get into Waukesha County, pretty much all the way through to Barker Road. Eastbound slowing down from 164 past Barker Road, and then back on the brakes from 76th Street to Holly Road, and again through the Stadium Interchange. Northbound 43, by the way, slowing down from about Kilbourne all the way up past the Fond du Lac Avenue area. Once you get to North Avenue, it actually looks okay. And southbound 41, a little bit heavy from before Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 46. Tomorrow, sunny and beautiful, a high of 67 at the lake, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Michael Farr from Racine Case. The junior putting up career-best numbers in the Eagles' shutout win against Oak Creek last Friday night. 6 catches, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving for Farr in the 27-0 victory, which, by the way, ended a 16-game losing streak to Oak Creek. Farr also gets in the action on some rushing attempts and finds his way to the stat sheet as a defensive back for the Eagles as well. His breakout season helping Case to earn their automatic bid into the WIAA playoffs with still 2 games remaining. One more season to go in high school for Farr, but he is hoping to find a way to play at the next level once he graduates. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Michael Farr.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff. We like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated and uncompromising, like an award-winning men's grooming experience from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime, and before you know it, our talented stylist will bring you back to a simpler time, a time when you were handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by
This is very wholesome. And IKEA knows about wholesome because they always talk about how you can make the kitchen a better place because it's the heart of your home where you all gather after a busy day and enjoy special times entertaining friends and family. Hopefully not saying I got good news and bad news or we have to talk because nobody wants to be in those situations. IKEA can turn the heart of your home into a dream space you've always wanted. And now, through October 29th, get 10% off your IKEA kitchen and appliance purchases of over $5,000 or more. Save on new cabinets, countertops, appliances, and yes, even the kitchen sink. Discover your kitchen inspiration and solutions at IKEA Oak Creek today or IKEA.com/US. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776, or seeing our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Time now to hear from our producer, Alex Strofe.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
All right, fellas.
All right, guys.
Last night I was listening to the Great Dane Huddle, 100.5 ESPN Madison, our sister station. Alex Gravatt, Derek Engler, Tarek Salah, Coach Barry Alvarez, live from the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company.
Powerful.
Show Brad and I hosted for a few years together. Brad, they must have forgotten what you've done for them. Here are Derek Engler and Tarek Salah last night on the Great Dane
I know
Huddle.
what's going to happen.
knows this.
So, but I will say unanimously, we all hated specialists. Long snappers, holders, punters, kickers. That's why you see them. They're, by the way, they're in the locker room while we're out.
They're like the
practicing.
Frisbee guys.
Yeah, that's what they're like.
Touche.
My co-host of Wisconsin College Game Day, Brad Nortman, might have a few choice words for you guys.
But Brad was a hell of a punter, so you know.
He was.
we would have loved to have Brad.
We would have loved to have Brad. What a backtrack that was.
That was a bad news, good news thing.
You know, all I heard my entire career, Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. All they were thinking about while they were on the practice field were the specialists inside the locker room. We were in the hot tub. We were cold tubbing. We were watching Price is Right. We're playing games.
I love that he dropped it. We were watching the Price is Right.
We were watching the Price is Right. We're having the time of our lives. We are having the time of our lives during fall camp.
Brad,
and we get to go do the same thing. Hey, our scholarship was the same as theirs. What do you know?
Hey, you just convinced me.
Kill them.
I'm going to.
Brad, you just convinced me. When my little, Lord blesses me and my baby girl with a child, if I have a son, and my son says, I want to be a quarterback, I'm going to say, no, don't throw. You got to kick. I want to be a runner. No, we don't want to run. We don't want to run on fake punts. We don't want to do that. Just kick. Just boo. I should have listened to my mama, and I'm going to make sure my kids listen to Uncle Brad.
Idea. All right. Ben, you got to have another child. Kyle, you've got to have at least one. I've got to have at least one.
A long snapper, punter, and kicker?
No.
Okay, I like
all
that.
Punters. So then in like 30 years.
No, we can't be competing against each other now.
Well, they're punters. They don't really compete that much.
They'll compete.
There's only 32 spots.
We'll make them so good that it'll be a punter hotbed here in southeastern Wisconsin.
Yeah. And then when they all inevitably make it to the NFL, we could all get in a suite every weekend. We can go see our kids, and Brad will be the protege to our children.
I think protege is the other
way. Yeah, I'm gonna say he'd be like the Mr.
Like I'm
Miyagi.
the mentor.
Oh yeah, they
to
do
our
protege.
apprentices.
But here's what your boys will do for you. They will say, Dad, thank you so much for giving me the best life I could ever imagine. Because there is no better existence than being a punter.
Less stress than a kicker.
Well, what would they would say that to Dad? What would they say to Uncle Brad?
You made my dreams come true.
I'm serious.
No better existence.
I'm gonna tell.
There's no pressure, like the kicker.
He said, don't pass, don't run, don't catch.
I've done scouting. Baby girl's dad is 6'2". He's 6'2", about 225, 230.
I'll put his business out there.
He's a solid man.
Is he a strong 225 or is he a loose 225?
No, he's strong 225. And then you add in my jeans.
Don't do anything wrong. He'll beat your ass, your flabby butt up.
All right, no, he don't want the other side. But let's go. We got a good punter on our hands. So yeah, I'm good. I'm excited, bro. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate
you guys. I got you guys.
I
got you guys.
Well,
you guys respect punting.
Well, we're gonna need to turn the Nortman Estate grass field backyard into a punting academy.
Oh, there's plenty of grass.
I grew up across the street from a kicker that kicked at Eastern Illinois University. Now, obviously, he never amounted to an NFL player.
Anybody trying to get trained from that kid? Eastern Illinois? I got a Wisconsin NFL.
All I'm trying to get at is in his limited space. This is not an estate. This is a suburb area with houses next to each other, not 100 yards apart with fences and security. He had a football goalpost, and it wasn't as big as a goalpost that you would have on a football field, on top of his basketball hoop, and he would practice kicking in the front yard. So you need to utilize your space for our lineage to be punters.
Yeah, guys, I mean, and the supply of punters is just not that great. Even when people want to kick, they want to kick field goals. You gotta think.
My kid's gonna be a quarterback. I'm done talking about this. On to the next topic. What do you mean, yeah, right?
Yeah, right. That's a joke. Your kid has the least chance to make it to the NFL.
I forgot who the tallest person on this panel was.
Tall and skinny.
You also forgot who the least athletic one is too.
Don't look at me.
Kyle.
No, he ain't me. I wasn't playing JV as a junior. Okay, I just want you to know that I was starting on varsity. Okay.
It's a high school football.
I got recruiting.
We're at the bar on a Friday night.
I got recruiting letters from Division II schools, so I was average.
Official letterhead.
Yeah.
And you know where you didn't go? To the official letterhead.
Yeah, my knee.
Where you could have gotten a scholarship, my dad.
Sounds like the guy at the bar. My knee! But it was my knee!
It was!
I would have been in the league! I would have been in the league!
No, I'd be locking up these guys right now!
I wouldn't have been in the league. Nah, I just would have been, on the bench at a D2 school instead of D3.
I spent the previous commercial break talking to our friend Rhea from WTMJ. She said to me, Alex, when you die, I go, whoa, what are we doing?
Wow, you know her like that?
When you die, what is one statistic you'd like to know from your life? And my brain has been on that since we've had that conversation.
One statistic that you want other people to know about you?
No, just like what is one statistic you want to know about your life, right? Like, so like, is it lifetime income? Is it how many times you farted? Is it like how many times you've blinked?
I mean, this is
how many
easy.
beers you've had?
The happiness of my baby girl.
That's not. Can you quantify that? And that's not
Thanks,
about you.
Brad.
That's powerful, man.
Thank
It's
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
is.
Can you quantify that? And secondly, that has nothing to do with you.
As long as she says, I love you, you're the best dad in the entire world when I go, that's all that matters.
I'd like to know how much time
What a cop-out that was. Unbelievable cop-out by Ben Brust.
I'd like to know how much time I spent laughing.
Ooh, that's a good stat.
Well, I mean, we just learned your entire 6 years in the NFL.
That plenty of time clocked in the laughter bank on that one. Plenty of time. Don't forget college, too.
You know me. I want to know how much time I wasted my money on something. How much money did I invest in the wrong things, people, places, everything?
Wow, you want that?
That's sad.
That's you're gonna end your life.
You
that
Kyle
fast?
wants to end his life in misery.
So I can write a letter to my kids and my grandkids. Don't waste your time on these things. Don't be like Papa Wallace.
Quick poll of the room. Benny, does Kyle care too much about his pocket?
Are you kidding? Both these dweebs in front of me, Kyle Wallace and
I
Brad
respect
Nortman.
it. He works hard for it. He should have some governance of what's going on with it.
Kyle, do you care too much about your money?
I'll be honest. I sometimes get very upset. As a matter of fact, I'm full transparency. Remember when I told y'all that I went to go to a certain establishment to go grab food before the Packer game because
it was a deal.
Yeah, and it was like $15.
It was $5, and I had to go grab something for my girl, but it was miscommunication. I order a Rice Krispie treat for her. She also ordered a Rice Krispie treat for herself. And so I get home, and I'm like, I just spent $3 on a damn Rice Krispie treat. That you already had one? And so I
take it back. You do care too much about it. $3 Rice Krispie treat for your girl?
I think it's because my day got backed up, and I ended up having to listen to the Packers game on the radio for
you
like
have
the first 5 minutes.
a problem, and you should talk about it with
It's
somebody.
not my fault. It's my father's
$3
fault.
Rice Krispie treat.
It is my parents' fault. It is not my fault. And the Rice Krispie treat.
I thought he was going to be charged full price, and they threw in a little Rice Krispie treat on top.
No, I wish. If my brother said, let me tell you something. My brother gets Uber Eats to the house. Okay, let me tell you that. So he ain't the same way.
Wow, that's lux.
Exactly.
That is living a luxurious life.
He drives a Beamer. I drive a Ford
So
Focus.
it's not that your parents' fault because the same
You
household.
drive a Ford Focus too?
Yes, I do.
I didn't know that. I did too.
Yeah, no, we're living exactly. That's we're both broke.
Yeah, true that.
Even though I love my Ford Focus.
All right, last thing for you fellas. Drake May going to get the start for the Patriots this weekend. I imagine he'll be thinking about what stat he wants to learn at the end of that game, right?
What I will say is about Drake May is this theory has been proven to be incorrect, but he looks like a doofus, and he looks like he cannot lead a football team. He just has a very doofus-looking face that I have no confidence to lead a football team.
Wow. You're going to let his face dictate his career?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
It works for some guys.
I lost thousands of dollars thinking that Nick Foles was too ugly to beat Tom Brady.
Oh, gosh.
You bet thousands of dollars on somebody's face and not talent? Or how well
Well,
the team
Tom
was
was
playing?
That's Greg Scalzo's fault, former co-host.
You bet on a Super Bowl, and part of the rationale was
There's no way Nick Foles can beat Tom Brady.
Ugly, allegedly. Not handsome. I'm not going to put ugly on him. Not handsome, allegedly.
Oh,
Nick
no,
Foles to
You
beat.
can put ugly on him.
He was wearing a stupid hat.
He looks like a dweeb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not a smart way to bet, folks.
He got that last laugh, though.
You're
did.
better now.
Much better.
I'm good. Good for you.
Much better. Thanks to a lot of help. Tell us about UWD.
Yeah, I mean, I can help you with UW. I can help everybody with Universal Windows Direct. We're talking about how it's getting cold outside, and you want to keep that cold air outside and not inside, and I can help you do that with my friends at Universal Windows Direct. I want you right now to replace those old drafty windows right before the winter sets in, because as temperatures drop, you know you don't want to be stuck in your home and making your heating system work overtime. What Universal Windows Direct do, they have exclusive super spacer technology, which helps keep your home insulated, saving you money on your energy bill and keeping your house warm all season long. And you know what else is great? Universal Window backs it up with a true lifetime warranty. As long as you own your home, in 20-year warranty to the next home owner. Call them today for your free in-home estimate at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000. And remember, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. There is no limit. And on top of that, KBN Nation, 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 whole years. I'm telling y'all today, make the phone call or visit them at uwd.com. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
John Anderson will be joining shortly. A lot to get to, a lot of polls, a lot of conversation around the horrible or great ex-girlfriend of Aaron Rodgers, however you put it in your words. We'll get to you, KBN Nation, and wrap up the show coming up next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do this. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck, I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more?
That's fair. Dog.
Need any
Homer
more?
one.
Yeah. Us?
Yeah.
Y'all
2, 3, 4.
You're all the same.
There we
Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Southbound on 43, backups from before Hampton, pretty much all the way down through the Marquette, down to the KK River. Northbound's backed up out of the Marquette up past Fond du Lac Avenue, almost to North Avenue. But by the time you get to North Avenue, you should be good heading northbound. Southbound 41, slowing from before Appleton Avenue all the way down to about Capitol Drive. Northbound's going to be slow from north of Watertown Plank Road, pretty much all the way up past Burleigh. And then eastbound is going to be a little slow from 164 all the way past Barker Road, almost to Brookfield Road. Back on the brakes from 76th Street through the Stadium Interchange. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 46. Tomorrow, sunny and beautiful, a high of 67 at the lake, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozga, 94.5 ESPN.
Engagement rings, wedding bands, and big anniversary diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Luther Gray is Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales at the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. Luther, tell us about the orchestra's mission.
We provide over 135 shows a year, classical concerts, pop concerts, family and educational concerts, and also we do many performances throughout the state as well.
And James Imaging Systems provides their expertise to support the symphony.
Yes, James Imaging is there. It makes it so much easier for us, and they help keep us on schedule.
Luther, it seems that with captivating audiences with acclaimed musical performances, many would like an opportunity to get involved.
That is correct. Attending the concerts is great, giving is great, but the volunteerism is wonderful as well. We need all of that to be a successful, thriving orchestra.
What's the first step people can take to ensure that long-term success?
They can go to our website at mso.org.
That's mso.org. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Brust and Nortman. I love this time of year. Playoff baseball, the start of hoop season, and of course, football. I'm all about watching the action on the gridiron with a carbless in my hand. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails with no malt, no carbs, and no sugar. Vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, black raspberry, and lemon lime, and classic cocktail flavors like Paloma or Margarita. Find Carbless at your local grocer and enjoy game day. Carbless. Less is more.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Down two of their top receivers, tight end Tucker Kraft helped carry the offensive load in the Packers' 24-19 win over the Rams. Kraft caught 4 passes for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Jordan Love says Kraft has the mindset that whenever he touches the ball, he's trying to score.
He's not going to go down lightly. He's going to run people over and stay up. He does really good things when he has the ball in his hands, so I definitely keep trying to find ways to get him the ball. He's a dog, and he had a big-time performance.
The 3-2 Packers getting ready to welcome the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals to Lambeau Field on Sunday. Kickoff is at noon.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt
Well, this is big news. Brad and I are just completely on the outs of Kyle's life.
Completely.
Strofe, this was completely unprecedented, unprovoked. He just goes, all right, guys, and he got all weird. And it's like, we're having a housewarming party.
Uh-oh.
And Brad and I are thinking, what are you thinking? I'm like, oh, he's going to invite us.
Yeah, and that's not what came next.
Oh, y'all thought I was about to invite you?
Yeah! Why would you bring something up that you're doing to not invite us?
It's expensive. It's expensive.
He just sees dollar signs on us. That's all he sees.
Because I got
He looks at his and he sees dollars, negative dollar
He sees
signs.
the cost of a plate.
Yep, a cost of a plate.
He's going on that.
And a couple carblesses.
Wait. So what came next?
Well, because I got a text message saying, from my personal text line saying, I'm going to text the text line as you are cheap, LOL. And it popped in my head, yeah, you feel that way because we got this great housewarming party. We're inviting all these people to our house. And I thought the number was going to be smaller. Talk about 50-plus people. I'm like, goodness gracious.
You want me to dump you saying stupid?
No, it's too late. You can't jump on YouTube.
But Kyle said, you guys wouldn't want to go to something like that, would you? Like, and like that's not an invitation.
I feel like all three of us would say, yeah, we'd come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, my point is, why would you even bring it up to us to not invite us?
Well, I was bringing it up because I was called cheap because the housewarming party, and I realized I got to probably tell them I'm having a housewarming, but it's.
So we're going, right?
Something else. So this might
You don't want to go.
Why not? The funny thing is,
I'm hiring Aaron Rodgers. Y'all don't want to go. Why would you want to come?
Kyle doesn't like spending money, and I get the impression he doesn't like spending money then specifically on something like this, where it's just going to get and I could be wrong. But
damn with the money,
Brad.
Ton of drinks.
I think Kyle's forgetting about the return of hosting a housewarming party. You're going to get all sorts of gifts.
Well,
my fiance don't come empty-handed to housewarming parties.
We don't have gift registry. We haven't told people what to bring.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to bring a bottle of wine, something like that.
The hell with the bottle of wine. Her dad on a damn winery. I don't need that. He's bringing wine. I need money. I need Amazon Prime.
You should
right now.
You should send out a registry to everyone that you're inviting.
Let me tell y'all something.
That'd be a good idea.
You should do that, and then see how many people show up.
My friends are going to come absolutely empty-handed.
Well, you know who wouldn't?
Us.
Brad and Lexi and Ben, his fiance, and Strofe and his girl. So you actually are missing out on a return on your investment.
I don't know if I want y'all in my house, judging my house, going home back.
Why would we judge your house?
Brad,
you're not one to talk here, Mr. Estate.
He's gonna say this is it.
I already told the story about when I brought Brad into my home. I was like, oh, he's judging.
He said it's cute.
I was not.
He said this is cute.
This is it.
I said, this is nice.
This must be the guest house.
Yeah.
Brad go drive.
Where's the rest of it?
This is the outhouse.
Brad is gonna drive through my neighborhood and gonna say, "Oh, Kyle has all these are his." Is this? Oh, wait. Oh. They only have that much of a house?
Yeah. Where's the rest of it, Kyle?
Exactly. I ain't got time for that. I'm not going to be embarrassed by you guys.
No,
coming
but
here
I'm seriously disappointed that you would bring that up to He was basically what he was doing is trying to see if we were invited, if we would come.
You know,
that was it.
This is like an Aaron Rodgers move. Do something like that. To sort of twist us into a pretzel to try to get us to not want to come for your benefit.
So
it ain't working.
Would y'all really want to come for what?
Yes,
I would love
for
to
what
come.
reason?
Because I enjoy spending time with you.
Y'all gonna be awkward. Y'all don't know my people. My people. Listen.
You think we're awkward? I get along with everybody.
So it's us now.
I'm cool.
My people is my people different.
Am I cool though? We're cool.
Y'all cool. Y'all cool. But after 5 p.m. Kyle is different than 8 to 5 Kyle. And
I want to know that, Kyle.
No, it's different though. I don't. And y'all in my house, it's different when you got somebody you work with in your house.
Is it?
So Homer, don't look at me. No, but you've never invited anybody from this station to your house.
Homer doesn't know what to say. Well,
excuse me, sir. And if you can come to my house whenever you damn well want, every day the rest of your life.
Powerful.
Wow. Can we really?
Yeah.
Can we do a show from Homer's house?
Sure.
You got the equipment, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be wonderful.
We'll be there soon, Homer. How about that? We'll come to your house.
I can't figure it out.
I know you.
No, we thought so too, but
he's
very guarded.
With these people.
Very guarded.
I don't give a hoot if you're whatever those people you call friends or I don't care if they think they're the worst two human beings on the face of the earth. You work with them.
So I got to invite them everywhere?
Damn well, yeah. No, I didn't say
not
everywhere. I don't believe so. I thought we were talking about a wedding. Were we not talking about
housewarming
party? They're coming to my wedding. 100%.
But not a housewarming party.
Housewarming party is about as important as what kind of toilet paper you
Thank you.
They would be invited automatically.
Yeah. Homer.
How could a housewarming party be so important that you wouldn't invite anyone?
Homer,
I like you, but you're not coming to my housewarming party.
Them coming in my house judging. The last thing I want is them to go back to the Nortman estate after leaving the Kyle Ranch and go home. And be
You're
like,
worried?
What is this?
I mean, I can understand that you'd be worried about everything with Ben, but still,
Yeah, I bring my wet wipes and put them in his
You're
garbage.
worried about what they're going to say?
For some reason, now my friend's calling me. He's listening to the show, and he said he's not wearing underwear to your house. Ben doesn't wear underwear, so y'all can be the underwear.
He wears
non-underwear
clothes over. No one knows he doesn't wear underwear except that he wants to bring it up. You think you look at me and go, damn, he's got no underwear under those clothes.
Sit on my couch.
When they tell you that, then you get a little awkward. You don't want them too close to you.
Well, you don't have to put on the housewarming party.
touching any
Hey,
part. Why do I
this
care?
guest doesn't wear underwear.
I'm stressed about this because it's very expensive. And y'all sitting here giving me
What?
a hard time for my
Expensive?
Yes. Food and
Is it more expensive because the two of them show up?
No, I just don't want them to judge me, Homer. Is that a bad thing?
That's a personal problem.
Yeah, that's
man.
insecurity.
He needs a therapist.
I said that last segment.
Yeah.
I need a therapist.
Yeah. Yes.
About what?
Hey, whatever
We're good
however
guys.
they judge
Yeah.
you, fine.
But we're not going to.
But even if you do, so what?
I agree.
Oh, that's right. I didn't wear underwear as a baby shower.
Wow.
Getting caught up to my friend here. But really quickly,
You get
I'm gonna
you
text-
got other issues that I don't know about?
oh, Homer, I have a plethora of issues.
There's
Maybe
nothing bigger
I'm
than
the
this
problem.
one.
So do I have
Not
to invite him?
invite somebody to a housewarming party?
Do I have to invite him?
Hell yes. It's a housewarming party.
I have a name.
Yeah,
Kyle,
he's
but-
like, boy, I got to invite him. Pointing to Stroh.
Hey, peasant. Do I have to invite the peasant?
Well, hold on. Help me out here.
Y'all better not come empty-handed.
Yeah, I mean, let him know.
Homer, you're invited too.
Sure.
Homer, if you bring a gift, you could come.
I'm not bringing no damn gift.
Well, you
to a
ain't coming to my
housewarming
damn
party.
house.
All right, I'll bring you some paper towels. I'll buy something. You know what I'll bring it? I'm
Paper
going
towels.
to Aldi, and I'll find something under $10. The best thing I can find under 10. I'm not bringing some of the ice cream that I really like. It's cherry. It's only $3.99.
Are you an ad?
I'm gonna get
like a walking
killed.
ad.
I'm gonna get killed when I get home today. I done said a lot of questions.
Yeah, you said you've
had a rough day personally.
Just
I'm
out
there.
of curiosity, what is an appropriate thing, since now I know I'm supposed to bring something to a housewarming party?
Yeah, Kyle, what do you want?
What would be appropriate?
What do you want?
Money.
So you want me to
Okay, how much?
Money.
give like a donation to the Wallace estate?
Actually, y'all got money. $150 or more.
That's what you. That's like the. It's like a
So
charge.
Kyle,
It's like a house.
Can I
charge.
just
If I
give you
was
50?
going to the president's
give me
housewarming
50.
party, I'd give him $150. $150 is what I use to buy a car. I'm not giving you $150 at a housewarming party.
Well, Homer, you'll never see my house.
I would love.
Fine, if that's what it costs, fine.
I would
Might as well
love.
ask for $1 million because it's the same.
I would love to get an inside track on the texts that are completely
You know why he has a
owning Kyle
housewarming
Wallace's
party?
head.
One reason he has a housewarming party to get rich. He just wants stuff.
No, I don't want people at my
You
house.
require
period.
$150?
No, I don't want people here at my house. Period.
Well, we won't bring our dogs.
I just sent a text.
Then
Oh,
don't
hell.
have a damn party.
Don't be outside
You're not
with the
required
other
to have a
dogs.
housewarming party. If you don't want people there, don't have one.
Homer-
I've never had a housewarming party in my life.
Did your wife want it or no?
What?
Did she want a housewarming party?
I guess not enough to have one.
Yeah, see, my baby girl want a housewarming party. Well, my baby girl wants she gets, except for the heat on.
Fine. I don't have to buy. You don't
Sit
have to
Mean
buy.
Sit dog training. Check them out in Milwaukee and Waukesha. I think we need to send Kyle to Sit Mean Sit, but their commercial that Matt Meitner voices says they don't train husbands, wives, kids, or anything in between, which is what Kyle is all of them right now. But get your free consultation with Matt and their team. Check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Kyle's perfect for Sit Mean Sit. Dang, I wish we could send humans. SitMeanSit.com. Check out the dog of the game on the Green Bay game. Oh, come on. Give me the real one. Green Bay Game Day post-game show with Homer and Tauscher. They always have the dog of the game. And coming up next is John Anderson of ESPN. Is he invited? Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
He now is off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artists. Choke artists, choke artists, choke artists. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds.
choked against
What else are
TCU.
we?
You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. On this show, it's always football season.
And your argument was that the coaches wanted him to return it.
Yeah, I think-
and he very clearly said
no.
They wanted him to take it to the house.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Play the results, are we?
That's what coaches do sometimes, yeah.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
At IKEA, we know the kitchen is the heart of your home. It's where family gathers after a busy day and where special moments with friends unfold. IKEA can help you turn that heart into a dream space you've always wanted. With endless styles, colors, and features, IKEA's lineup offers countless kitchen possibilities. And now, through October 29th, enjoy 10% off kitchen and appliance purchases of $5,000 or more. Save today on cabinets, countertops, appliances, and yes, even the kitchen sink. Visit IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.com/US to start building your dream kitchen today.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Hugh Myers.
The Cowboys, they found a way to win because the quarterback play for Pittsburgh is not very good. Right? I mean, it's just that's the reality of it.
Yeah, more on that coming for sure.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, that's part of it. But they did find a way to win. So you have to give them credit for that. But that's not winning football, Joe. That's not something that's sustainable. That's something that, you got by on Sunday Night Football when everybody was watching, and that's cool. And you feel good that you won. But you realize you have a lot to clean up. And not only is it on the field, it's off the field as far as I'm concerned. So that's what their big concern is. And those penalties, I mean, they just did that, a week ago against the Giants as well and allowed the Giants to stick in the game, right? And if the Giants could have scored a touchdown or two, they would have won that game against Dallas. So there's a lot of problems, even though they got to win, and you rather have to clean up, your issues coming off a win than you do coming off a loss. But you can't feel good about yourself if you're the Cowboys because that is not sustainable in winning football.
It's football season, and Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for all the action on the gridiron. With a game-changing rewards program, plus an amazing selection of tickets, Vivid Seats ensures that every fan can catch their favorite teams and players in action. Vivid Seats has you covered with deals that cater to every football enthusiast. And all tickets come back by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text BEAT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BEAT to 42424. That's BEAT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Yeah, Brad, you can go. This is the Missouri Tigers that blew it.
Of course it is. But again, if you have joint pain, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back, now is the time to not live with that any longer. The weather's too beautiful and life is too short. You got to be able to knock that out right now. And you can do that with QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is a leader in cellular therapies that allows your body to heal using natural biologics. That's right. They are the nation's leader in natural biologics to be able to give you joint pain relief for the long term. It's not a Band-Aid. So if you're finally ready to conquer that and get your free consultation at QC Kinetics, which has locations all over southeastern Wisconsin, give QC Kinetics a call today for your free consultation at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Joining Kyle Brust and Nortman before the Homer Hour is John Anderson, formerly of ESPN. When do you start teaching officially as a professor at the university that lost in football this weekend?
It's good to hear the fight song because I didn't hear it all Saturday, so that's good to refresh what it sounds like. The other teams, I'm really familiar with A&M's now. The core and the swang and the kissing and the dog barking, the whole thing. January. I start in January, and we're still kind of ironing out exactly what classes we're gonna get into. They have one, which I'm happy to, but intro to journalism. But that's fine. I feel like they have other folks that could teach that. But we'll see. I'll go where I'm needed here the first semester or so, but not till January.
Can we be a guest lecture?
Yep.
Totally.
All
He's gonna
three
regret
of you?
that.
We'll just turn you loose.
Cut
me loose.
Now, John, I do have experience teaching courses. I was a graduate student at Central Michigan University. I taught youth sport. I taught walking and fitness. I taught a bowling class as well. And so I did teach a walking class. We had a nice portfolio. And I'm telling you, John, what I've learned
portfolio.
You had to track your health.
Can you send along the syllabus, please?
I do have the syllabus, might you add. It's still on my external hard drive. I'll have my people contact your
external hard drive.
I'm telling you, John.
That's dated. But listen, my son, who's at Arkansas, one of the assistant coaches there, every once in a while I couldn't make a practice because he was teaching the walking class, and like the thing was filled all the time.
Important
like
class.
You couldn't get in it.
John, how would you describe your teaching philosophy? Are you a tough teacher, or are you like the cool teacher?
I don't know. I haven't really done it, like the places when I've been up and done it a bunch at UMass, because you're the fill-in, so you're trying kind of not like to be the substitute teacher where they get away with stuff. But you guys know this, right? The media is really broadcast and communication. That's all hands-on. That's a real people kind of thing. And so I don't know that just barking at kids is the best way to get results with some of that. I think it's you got to kind of show me and not what there's the Missouri Show Me State. Got to show me, not just tell me. And so I think that comes better with a little more hands-on and with a little empathy, a little compassion in how to do it. But every once in a while, I don't think it's wrong to say to somebody, like, you're better than that. And we need you to be better. I say that to my own kids. I'm like, come on, dude, you're better than that.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take John's class.
So I think it's okay to go ahead and require something of people. As long as you're taking the course, you want them to, come out of that with something other than just 3 hours.
Talking with John Anderson here on Kyle Brust and Nortman before the Homer Hour. John, we've discussed a lot about Aaron Rodgers. How would you describe him as an ex?
As an ex?
Yeah, we have a couple examples. A manipulator, out of sight, out of mind. You're still keeping tabs. He was great on social media, but everything was blowing up behind the scenes.
He would not be, as my late father would say, he's not a bumper hanger, right? Like, he's not just everywhere you go, he's hanging onto the bumper, like trying to get back with you. He's the guy that keeps telling you he is not interested, or the gal, right? He is the significant other that's not interested, and he's made the clean break and yet can't. He doesn't want you to quit him while he's trying to quit you.
Well said.
Right? He doesn't.
Professor.
He would like you to really, as much as he's saying, oh, no, I'm done, he doesn't want you to go away.
What's your take on the whole Romeo Dobbs thing, right? I mean, he basically bows out, doesn't go to practice. They're going to try to welcome him back in the fold this week. I mean, if you were either coaching him or a teammate of his, what would he need to do to earn back your trust?
So, not knowing the full range of what's happened there, if this is what it was, just on the surface, I'm mad about not getting the ball, or the plays called for me, and so I left practice. That sounds a lot like a hissy fit. That sounds like a really unprofessional thing. And I think he's going to have to apologize to some guys for that kind of conduct before they even start in it. We had, talking to Balaga before the game when this happened on Sunday, was like, guys will forgive a lot. If you hold out during the camp, right, because you're trying to get your money, dudes understand what that's all about. If they don't think you can play and you're legitimately hurt and you got to hold yourself out, they get that. But this isn't any of those things. And so I think it's going to take a real concerted effort on his part, if this is just what it is. If there's more going on there that we don't know about, that he could explain to teammates, then there might be empathy in that locker room for him. Otherwise, I think he's going to have to do some real shoveling to get back to sea level.
John, safe space between you and me. I'm still sad. You know why I know I'm sad? Because last night when my daughter wasn't sleeping in the middle of the night and I was rocking her, I was replaying Sal Frelick's home run in my head.
I got to be like that. Every week on the Inside Wisconsin, we have a top 5 list, and my top 5 this week was like anger, denial, bargaining, whatever the five levels of grief is, and I'm stuck in the middle of that right now. I really am not available to comment on that.
Sounds good. I'll just leave my thoughts to myself while putting my daughter again to bed if she can't sleep in the middle of the night. Maybe it'll be the Jake Bowers home run. I don't want to think about Pete Alonso. Thank you for your time, John. We look forward to hearing you on the Homer Hour from 5.